Hello everyone and welcome to episode 25 of the SuperMAX 64 series here on the channel in TEW 2020, as well, of course, the Spinoff series from the UJPW Series, as we are in the year 2002. Gosh, hard to believe when we first started, as All Japan, back in September of 92. And now we are here in the save, still running UJPW, and of course with this new venture of SuperMAX 64, which of course will mean, kicking off the new year, will mean the SuperMAX Grand Prix, our third ever Grand Prix we have ran, and I think this one's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, with each year, you have your 4 groups, and your 4 teams in each group. We'll go through that here shortly, as far as the groups and whatnot, but first, we want to go through the awards. So, as far as the rest of the year, Kaishimoto, second time he's won it. And of course, he had a pretty solid year, if I do say so myself. Right now, he's one half of the All Asia Tag Champs with Masahiro Chono. He was the Unified Grand Champion for pretty much a good majority of the year. I believe he won that after he won. Oh no, he was the champ even even at the start of the year. So pretty much, I believe, if I remember correctly, I believe he won the belt in October of the year 2000. I thought he won it at he won it at the Giant Series against Bret Hart, which, yeah, that was a great little match. And now, as far as being, dropped the belt to Norman Smiley, his stats are still pretty good. Obviously, 39, he's not slowing down or anything. The pro wrestling skills, it's kind of crazy. They don't look like his stats don't look crazy. You see the star quality and the charisma is probably the biggest thing that kind of jumps out to you. Obviously, the psychology's pretty great, but like the actual like primary skills, like nothing's above an 81. Like that's kind of crazy. Even the fundamental skills, like the basics, he's only a 94 man, but he's very much the man still, and has been pulling out some great ratings, obviously. But yeah, that's what Masahiro Chono and Kaijimoto have been doing as far as now that one half of the All Asia Tag Champs. And of course, Company of the Year, UJPW, which I believe, the 12th time. Obviously, that's like All Japan as well. As far as I believe, we've won it every year, but 92, I think we won it in 93. We'll take a look after we go through. Yeah, so Team of the Year, Chono Muto, which second time they won it as well. Match of the year was at the February Excite Series, which All Asia Champ versus Unified Grand Heavyweight Champion Kaiji Muto versus Kenta Kobashi, and that was, I believe, at 99. Show of the year was the October Giant Series, which has won it a couple of years now. In 2001, Young Wrestler of the Year, Chiro Nakaneo. Jesus Christ, I don't know why I was Chihiro Nakaneo as far as winning the Young Wrestler of the Year. Veteran of the Year was Brett, as far as 44 years old, still ticking. Thank God he hasn't fought Goldberg. No one has taken his head clean off. As Kira Hokuto, as far as the Female Wrestler of the Year, which she's won it pretty much every time but 1 year, I believe. Most Improved NWA Wildside, kind of shocking. And she won the Independent Wrestler of the Year as well. Manager of the Year was Victor Quinones, who keeps on winning it, which is crazy. I don't even think... Oh, he's Wings owner now. I was about to say, what is he even doing now? That's just shocking. And Announcer of the Year, Mike McGurk again, winning it. Color commentator was Michael Hayes. Which Michael Hayes, he did... I want to say he did some Heat commentary during, like 90... Kind of like after a run with Hardys, I want to say. He was like decent. He's not great or anything. He's better. He's better as like a promo guy, more so than an announcer. But shout out to him though. As far as he's still working. That's cool for him. Obviously not the greatest of workers. It's kind of crazy that he was. Gosh, when he's with the Hardys, he would have been like not even 40. That's kind of wild. As referee of the year, Shigeo Kawasaki. As I believe she's the ref for rings, yes. As far as she's pretty solid from what I remember seeing her skill set. Yeah, 95. Actually, we're just going to shortlist that. Be a stealing of that we'll have here eventually. But So yeah, the want to go back into the annual awards. Yes. So yeah, so it's been Muto twice, Kobashi twice. Chono won in '99, Kobashi in '98, '97 was Muto first time around. Taue in '96, '95 Kawada. So yeah, it's been a UJPW slash. Yeah, that was actually post merger. So pretty much a UJPW guy since '95. No surprise really. Team of the year, of course. Yeah, I think we've had every team up besides '93. It's kind of crazy. We even got the '92 one in there. Young Rookie of the Year, yeah, we had Rey Mysterio Jr. and Tanaka and Candido a couple of times, and Naniwa. But the first time we haven't won it since '93. That's kind of wild. Yeah, our veteran. We've basically won the Veteran of the Year every single time. Of course, yeah. Yamato won it last year. And other than that, it's been Hokuto. Yeah, Hokuto won it. Her, Jaguar, Yokota, and El Dandy won a couple of years, and Dos Caras, so it went away from Luchadors there. Yeah, we've won it every year since '93, so I was right on that. Yeah, SuperMAX 64 won it in the year 2000. Match of the year, oh, it was 100. I was thinking it was a 99, but now it's 100. Yeah, we've had the match of the year since '97. That's a good little run. Card of the year, yeah, Giant Series, third year in a row. Hundreds again. Of course, we try to have that be the kind of the big match. Yeah, that's kind of we try to make that one of the bigger shows of the year. It usually is. Yeah, Victor Quinones won it since '95. Oh, we already went to the card of the year. Yeah, about to say Jim Ross won it the one year, and then Wakabayashi won it in '95 and in '93. But Mike McGurk's won it almost more times than Jim Ross has. Yeah, Michael Hayes. It kept on changing between Zbyszko and Heyman for a couple of years in like the mid '90s, and now Michael Hayes is up there. And then yeah, the ref. It's been pretty much a new ref every time. But I mean, Kawasaki's won it actually our third year. Most times any person's won it in this saves. That's kind of crazy. Shout out her as so now we can go through. Yeah, we haven't run through the most popular. Let's just kind of see who's the most popular in the world. So Hogan still won. It's kind of crazy. Savage, Kurt, Warrior, Rude, Taker. Yeah, there's Brett, Jacques Rougeau, Michaels, John Denta. How about that Earthquake killing it? Is he in the WF still? Yeah, still fucking Earthquake too. It's crazy. He's like Golga. He would be 36. Oh no, he'd be younger than that. Oh my. That's crazy. The oddities run that. Yeah, that's 98, 90. Yeah, that's 98. So he's. Oh my god, he's like 34. This Golga, that's wild. Piper, Roberts, Davey Boy Smith, Animal, Ray Trailer, Ric Flair. It's kind of crazy. Flair's way the fuck down there. Rick Martel, Mike Rotundo. That's probably because it's kind of funny. Ric Flair is in our developmental system in UPW. Very funny how that's worked out. Because the plan is, I don't know how long I'm going to run this. The plan is to turn UPW into United Pro Wrestling America. So basically, it's going to be the American version of UJPW. So as far as that's the plan. But right now, it's just UPW. We haven't put it as UPWA yet. We're going to wait till we're a little bit bigger for that. But yeah, Martel, Tundo, Tom Davis. What in the world? Beef Burton. Oh my. Him and Dark Patriot. Who's Doug Gilbert. What a, what a Superstars taping in the year 2001. So wild. Yeah, Mr. Hughes, Paul Diamond, Ice Train. There's Steve Austin. Hard to believe Steve Austin in real life would have like one more year. If that. I mean, yeah, he retires and... Yeah, that's wild. He has his last match in '03 and pretty much wraps it up. But he's been Stone Cold now for a couple of years. When did he join? Yeah, 2000. Hilarious. Has he won the belt? Nope, he hasn't won any belt in the WWF. That's crazy. Perry Horowitz, Kim Duck, the Patriot, Knobs, Nikita Koloff. Now there's Owen, Jason Anderson, Sags, Hawk, Doug Gilbert. Oh, there's Chono. It's our first UJPW, like, native Japan talent. Kind of wild. Joshua Ben Gorian, One Man Gang, Wayne Bloom. Oh, there's Vader. Matt Bourne, Warlord, Dusty Rhodes. Oh, there's Norman. Shadow Norman Smiley, 86 at Southwest. That's crazy. We need to get broadcasting elsewhere. I think that'd really help us out. There's LaFon. Of course, he's been in WWF for a cup of coffee now. He's back. Regal, Tatanka, as far as Virgil. Tito Santana, Conan, Sting, John Nord, Samurai. It's pretty high up there. Yeah, average popularity of 48. Duggan. Yeah, and now we're getting the SuperMAX 64 guys. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Benoit, Taue, Koko, Beware, Ogami, Ginos, Junakiyama, and Funaki, Benoit Tanaka. Alright. So that's kind of... The most popular kind of doesn't really matter. What matters, that Power 500. And, yeah, we went off of SuperMAX first, so we see Liger 6. So it's Muto, Masao again. Just bridesmaid, never the bride. So far in these rankings, he has yet to win the rest of the year. Quad a third, Norman fourth, Chono fifth, then Liger, then Regal, then Dean Malenko, then Taue. So the four pillars were 2, 3. Where's Kobashi at even? Oh my god, Kobashi's 12th? He's having a run of a lifetime, to be honest. He's still the All-Asia champion. Won the Ricky Dozan Memorial Cup as well. It's kind of shocking. Wow, his worst match was his last one of the year at 78. I think that hurt him more than anything. Oh no, it shouldn't have. Should have been higher than Benoit and Jun Akiyama and Taue. God damn. He got fucked over, to be honest. He should have been at least 7th. Probably 6th. But that's crazy. Yeah, Brett, Ultimo Dragon, Sikosis, Kinsuke Sasaki, Elf Samurai, Funaki, Tanaka, Steve Williams, Ken Shamrock, Nogami, Eddie Guerrero, Scott Steiner, and Rick Steiner, Takeo Mori, Damien, up there Super Astro, Vampiro, Sasuke, Satoshi Kojima, Brad Armstrong, Doug Furness, Tunzan, LaFon, Koji Kanemoto, Tsuyoshi Kikuchi, Naniwa, 38th, jumped up from 49, that is crazy. Shinjiro Otani, 39, Jericho 40, Candido 41, 42, Hashimoto 43, Nuki Sano, Johnny Smith 44th, Roshiase 45. Oh, there's our first non-UJPW SuperMAX 64 person, and Rick Rude, then Owen, then Johnny Ace, Dr. Wagner Jr., 49, he jumps up at 150, Masaba Tanaka 50th, Yuji Nagata 51, Headhunters 52-53, there's Steve Austin 54, Takayama 55, Hokuto's 56. He jumps up into the 50s after being at 117. Blue Demon Jr. 57. Michaels 58. Manabu Nakanishi 59. The Undertaker at 60. He jumps down from 40. Shinzaki at 61. Kurt Edding 62. John Tenta 63. There's Scorpio at 64. Only had 18 matches last year. Got with a 65th. Sting 66. Kind of crazy. He's still doing as far as only had 50 matches, only lost 9 of them. He beat DDP for the heavyweight title. It's kind of crazy that they pushed DDP as high as kind of what happened in real life. I wonder whenever we get to DDP, I want to look at his stats and his match history. That's pretty cool. David Boy 67. Wellington Wilkins Jr., who's now been signed to UWFI full-time. Fuchi, 69, of course, coming back from injury in October, so kind of crazy he even got ranked that high. Oji Anjo at 70, Scott Norton, Kyoko Inoue at 72, Silver King 73, as Nakano, as far as 74th, that's kind of, what a jump for her. Cactus Jack at 75, Arn Anderson, 76, who been at UPW, which is hilarious that our developmental title matches are getting 90s. Mike Awesome, 77. Ricky Steamboat, 78. Fucking Luther? Holy shit. Ibn Maeda. I never thought I'd say that. What the fuck is going on with Dr. Luther? We're going to have to steal him and send him back to FMW because we let him leave thinking, oh, him and Rings, that wouldn't make any sense. Fuck, he's a hell of a talent for him, yeah. Expires in a year, so hopefully we can steal him back. Vader, 80. Yamada, 81. Giant Warrior, 82. Savage, 83. Nobody could look at 84. Maeda, 85. There, Bobby, 86. Zabisco. Kurt Angle, coming up at 88. He's in the... He's getting there, for sure. It's 89 for Suzuki. Surprising we've never signed him. Don't know why. Because obviously I love Minoru Suzuki, but it's just kind of like, oh, that's right, he's loyal to PWFG, so we'd have to sign him on a handshake deal. Yeah, that's what it is. Plus, he's still an MMA guy, so... There we go, there's DDP. So, he wins the world title from Warrior at the Great American Bash in 2001, which is hilarious. That the Ultimate Warrior would be the world champion in the year... Well, first of all, DDP having an 85 aerial is insane at 45 years old. Did not think that'd be his best skill out of his primary skills. That's crazy. That's actually like his, besides like the respect and rep, that's like his highest rating. And resiliency. That's wild. Shout out DDP being the man. His first ever belt too. World champion from June to December. Crazy. Crazy. What a, talk about progress, though, because, man, I bet when he first started, he probably didn't have a lot of great ratings. Let's take a look. So would I'd see a pay-per-view. Yeah, here's the Clash. It's a pre-show. Yeah, 39 in 1992. Take a look here, yeah. Trying to think what would be a good one to look at. Another Clash of Champions, another pre-show. Yeah, it's a 51 there, so he's getting a little better. But nothing compared to... I wonder when he started really... Yeah, probably around 2000 and 89. So I'd say he kind of became like a really great talent in like 97. So I just kind of want to see the Mavericks. Yeah, 85. Good for him. Yeah, he was even doing pretty good in 96 too. Yeah. So, good on him. Good on him, man. Just him and Scott Hall as the Mavericks. Just a hell of a team. Except for Scott, not really doing too hot. Not really doing too hot. Dragon Kid, 92. Ishikawa, 93. Yori, 94. Fulcon, 95. Dan Severn, 96. Pua, as far as 97. Shane Douglas, somehow in the top 100. Shout out Shane Douglas for that 86 with Sting. Van Dam, 100. Jacques Rougeau, Asia Kong, Taka Michinoku, Manami Toyota. There's Warrior somehow. Wow. Warrior would be probably up there. Yeah, he's 42 at this point. Tajiri, 106. I feel like he's going to jump into the 50s and 60s next year. I think he's going to have a big year. Blue Panther, 107. Tejano, 108. Kiyoshi Tamura, 109. Rey Mysterio Jr., who has a title matchup with Ultimate Dragon. It's got this junior heavyweight title matchup coming up. That will be at the main event of the, or not the main event, it'll be the co-main of the Grand Prix, the finals. Brian Pillman at 111. Marufuji somehow, 112. Atlantis, 113. Bicycle Mora. Yukihiro Kanamura. He's doing well for UW5, just hilarious, because he's definitely more of like a wing, deathmatch guy. Did we not shortlist him? Yeah, definitely shortlist him. He's the man. Contract's coming up. Dave Taylor, 117. Lance Storm, 119. Ice Train, 120. There's Dustin Rhodes, Barry Windham, Masquerade Sakurada, Azagatu Funaki, Mark Mero at 125. There's Red Warrior Animal. No idea where Hawk's at. Jake Roberts, 127. La Parker, 128. Lex Luger, 129. Kazuhashi, 131. Mike Sanders, 132. Kind of crazy. Out of the kind of power plant guys, he would be, because yeah, his promos were always pretty good. He just couldn't really work. Kind of like the, I would honestly say the LA Knight of his time. But I would even say, as far as Eli Drake, LA Knight, he's probably a better worker than Mike Sanders was. But yeah, Yama, Ketsu Toyoshi Yami. As far as UWF guy, Jumpin' Joy Mags, Linus Oscar, Curtis Hughes, Elegante. That's kind of crazy. Elegante's still working. Him in 4x4, which I believe is one of Master P's, like, No Limit Soldiers guys. Yeah, he was a power plant guy they put in for the No Limit Soldiers, who didn't turn out to be jack shit. Surprise, surprise. Hector Guerrero still working's pretty awesome, because, yeah, he's fucking Lasertron and Sam LL. Super Delphin, 139. Ricky Santana, 140. There's Piper. There's Abyss, which is still hilarious that we've been booking Abyss, and he's still been doing well. Winners. What a name. 144. Jaguar Yokota. Hogan, way the fuck down here at 145. That's kind of crazy. Because obviously he would have the match with Rock at this time. This is kind of like his last. Got a big run as far as like a top, like, in-ring talent. Because of course he wins the belt. That he won at a Backlash. Is that right? He beat Hunter for it. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I mean, we figured he was going to be falling apart here, but it's even worse than I imagined his stats. Yeah, it's definitely the drug use. It doesn't work for me, brother. Still could get a promo. Still has, good power, too, for somebody that's 48. It's getting worse, but. And then Hogan for you. Saito, Horowitz, Samu's there, Stan Hansen. He's still working. We retired him, of course, but he's still working. UWFI as far as in-ring stuff. And Doug Williams, 154. Ray Trailer. Jado and Ghetto, they're in the 160 range. They were higher last year. George South still working. Oh god, we went really, really far. Let's go UJPW first. So I believe we were somewhere, with Doug Williams. Gary Albright, which he's now broken his neck not once but twice. I'm assuming he will retire when his injury is fully healed, quote unquote, because yeah, he's broken neck twice, I thought. I feel like, yeah, but is there more? Because I could have swore there's more. I guess not, though. Unless it happened in 92. Yeah, broken jaw. That's right, he had a concussion. That's what it was. I gotta say, it's hard to break your neck twice. But, yeah, he was out for a year with that. Broken collarbone, broken jaw, broken neck. He's been beat up, for sure. Saito and Iizuka, Slinger, 185, Bradshaw, 205, Timon Honda, 206. Booker T, unfortunately, has not turned into the performer he becomes in real life. I feel like that's not our fault, because we really tried. It just didn't happen. And he's actually getting worse. So I'm not sure what the fuck's going on there. Star quality should be a lot higher, though, too. It's acting, charisma, just nothing really panned out as much as I hoped for. Stamina's getting worse. Yeah. Not good. Not good. Nigel, 247. Stevie Ray, 267. Dale Kia, 276. Ron Simmons, 280. Atsuka, 313. Sakuraba, 324. Pantera, 361. Goldberg at 389. We had him and Kensuke Sasaki and Scott Orr. We've been really throwing him in there with some beefy boys, just kind of having dream matches on, like, the undercard of cards. Somehow James Storm and Chris Harris made it. Mohamed Yone and Masao Oihara, who we have not started yet because he's still hurt. Yeah, that's UJPW. Let's go to SuperMAX 64 now. Yeah, we were, I believe the last person was Jado and Ghetto. Bobby Fulton, Chavo Jr., Dick Togo, Sabu, Taru, Min's Tail, 222, Shima, 226, Jerry Lynn, 231, Tommy Rogers, 232, Jackie Fulton, a.k.a. George Hines, 258, Anaru, 262, Magnum Tokyo, 277, Yaku Shiji, as far as Pacificus, of course. Only had 10 matches last year because of his, although he was fully healed up, we just kind of didn't really use him a whole lot, unfortunately. Suzuya Masaki 341, Tiger Mask 350. He's been working a lot for Noah, which is good for him. Kuda Adaka 436 rather, Alex Wright 448, and then Shane Helms just making the cut at 496. So that is at least the Power 500 rankings, at least the ones that we kind of care about. We will, I guess we could take a look, since you guys haven't really seen UJPW, we could take a look at the champs. So the champs are now Kobashi, champion for 729 days, hasn't lost. Basically, last time he wasn't a champion was before 1999. Basically, this is like the GHC heavyweight title run, but in this universe, and it's been fun. He's beaten Regal, Hashimoto, Brett, Shono, Akiyama, Kawada. Had the match to win the unified belt and to, as far as keep the All Asia heavyweight title. That was at the Excite Series, the match with Brett. That was a New Year Giant Series matchup in 2000 rather. To kick off the year was 100, and then we forget when exactly we ended out the series on. Now I'm thinking about it. The UJPW Series. I thought it was 99. But now I think about it, I think it was 2000. I think you guys saw the Kobashi Taue match. So I want to say that might have been the last one. But, as far as that's just kind of where everything has been at to this point. 6-man is right now the K-Man crew, as far as Brett and LaFawn and Furnace. Champs for 113 days, 3 defenses. Tag team, of course, all Asia tag champs are Chono Muda. They just beat Nasawa and Akiyama back in October at the Giant Series for those belts. Shiramack and Williams were the champs before that, then Tenkoji, and the British Combat Club for the 3rd time, and Steve Williams and Johnny Ace before that. Champion Carnival was, of course, Muto in 2001, Bret Hart in 2000. Tag League was Chono and Muto, so they won the Tag League and are the All Asia Tag Champs. So, obviously we're going to have champions versus champions at the New Year Giant Series, which is going to be fun. Since we do the Excite Series, we have, champion versus champion. It makes sense to do it on that perspective. Of course, the Ricky Doza Memorial Cup winner, 2nd time being Kobashi last year. Of course, Norman is the unified champ right now, which is kind of crazy to think. Out of pretty much our whole run, at least from the unified, the UJPW side, from 95 onwards, we've only had 3 Gaijin champs: Steve Williams, Bret Hart, and Norman. It's kind of crazy. And the tag champs are Tenkoji or the Holy Demon Army. Jun Akiyama and Takeo Mori got a upset run though over the British Combat Club. They won them in May and they dropped the belts in July to, of course, Kawada and Taue, their 3rd run as champs. Of course, I don't know why the Young Lion Cup. I don't know why we never disabled that, because we never obviously do that. Kind of curious who's the WWF champion. Oh, it's Shawn Michaels. 83 for the Prestige. That's tough. I think the Unified Grand Junior Heavyweight Championship is better than that. Oh no, just the heavyweight title is. Oh no, it is. Yeah, there's an 89. Yeah, the grand title, the tag belts, the J Crown, the Ricky Doza Memorial Cup, obviously. A lot of our shit is better than that. WCW title's even worse. Intercontinental Champion One-Man Gang. It's kind of funny to think the One-Man Gang being the Intercontinental Champion in the year 2001. Same thing for Barry Horowitz winning the King of the Ring in the year 2001. Mr. Hughes in 2000. Hogan has won the Rumble 8 times. That's fucking insane. Tag champs. What a run. And as far as Animal and Hawk were champs for 16 fucking years. So yeah, that's a bit of a shocker. Bit of a shocker. Jimmy R just left. Sherry's left. IRS left. Horowitz walked out on the company. Wow. What's Horowitz doing now? Oh, he's the Smoky Mountain Heavyweight Champion. The Berserker left. A lot of people leaving WWF as of late. So yeah, I guess we went through WWF. We'll go through WCW. Of course, Sabisco, we know it's Sting, rather, after he just beat DDP. Kind of crazy. Zbyszko, he's probably in his 40s, yeah. Now almost in his 50s. Tag champs, Wyndham and Elegante. What a team. And then television champion is Jumpin' Joey Mags. Yeah, Skida and Conan probably had some good matches. Shark Boy was a fucking television champ. That's hilarious. Scotty Steiner got it towards the end. Tracy Smothers, 2-time television champion, Conan. Yeah, I mean, the roster pretty much is what WCW would look like. Oh my god, is that their entire roster? Oh, okay, I was about to say, what the fuck? Yeah, they got some of the power plant guys. Luther Biggs, unstable. It's the group. Skipper Alero Del Santo. Oh, he's got a broken neck. Is Dusty still working? Occasionally. Kind of wild. Had a Starcade trios match. Dusty and Horseshoe. Oh boy, about that. About 62 for somebody that's 56 years old is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Yeah, Conan. Oh yeah, he signed in 2000. So that's kind of wild. They pushed him relatively well. Couple-time television champion. Buff, as far as still Marcus Alexander Bagwell. It's kind of crazy. He's only 31 in 2002. It's kind of shocking. Shane Douglas, of course. Sick Boy, Scott Vick. Sonny Siaki. His stats are not really that great, unfortunately. And so, I mean, it is wild to think that DDP actually rose to prominence. Very, very cool to see that. And of course, Cactus was getting booked pretty heavily. You know, heavyweight champion, U.S. champion, but hasn't won a belt in a hot minute. Oh yeah, that's what's going on in the world. I think that will do it as far as looking over the world. So, as far as for this episode, of course, the 2002 SuperMAX Grand Prix, which here are the teams, here are the groups. So Group A consists of 3 count, Holy Demon Army, Lords of the Deep, and the Radical Revolution. Group B will be the Can-Am Super Junior Crew, Cosmic Dragon Kings, Shudo, and TTS, which of course winners last year. Group C will have Kai and Tai. Now, as far as former BWO, Los Bravano, Insanity, and the Fantastics in Group D, the final group, Darkside Defiance of the new look Hayabusa, Darkside Hayabusa, Legend, formerly the NWO, the Pure Temple of Shigoku, which is kind of like, it's Jinsei Shinzaki's group, very much kind of hearkening, if I had to make a comparison, kind of what we're doing with Okada and the New Japan series, as far as, with Koji Kamai having, because obviously Jinsei Shinzaki, as far as his gimmick is an actual, as far as the, basically a pilgrim monk, I forget what they actually call him, but that's kind of the pilgrimage is in Shigoku. That's, as far as there's like, I think it's like 88 temples along like a 120-mile stretch, and like they have to walk it. And, as far as it's like, big deal. But that's kind of the idea, and as far as the temple, the pure temple of Shigoku, that kind of idea of it being stationed there. But Jinsei Shinzaki, it's his group, and he's taking a lot of the youngsters under his wing. So that's kind of the idea, to get those guys involved and letting Shinzaki kind of pass the wisdom down. And it's going to be a fun kind of, it's, the babyface group compared to Darkside Defiance's heel group. It's kind of the good versus evil of that. Super Generation Army also, rounding that group out. So, as far as for Group A, singles matches will be Alex Wright, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Super Delphin, and Wild Pegasus. The tag team, Shane Helms and Shayna Moore, 3 count, Yoshinari Agawa, Meso Fuchi, Lord Akira Kotakumi, and Grand Aniwa, and then Dean Malenko and Eddie Guerrero. So the champions will not be featured in Wild Pegasus and Dean Malenko. They'll be getting a break. Then the trios will be Ricky Fuji, Magnum Tokyo, and Alex Wright. So basically, international 3 count, if you will. Then all of Holy Demon Army, Lords of the Deep will be Prince Mako, Pacificus, and the Lord Akira Kotakumi. And then for the Radical Revolution, Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, and Wild Pegasus, which is a hell of a trio group. Group B, of course, Brian Pillman for the singles group for Can-Am Super Junior Crew. Super Astro, the Cosmic Dragon King, so Ultimate Dragon not being featured there, since he has, his title matchup, so he's also not in the trio as well. Nuki Sano representing Shudo, and then Shinjiro Otani representing TTS. And the tag teams, of course, Lance Storm, Rob Van Dam, Ultimate Dragon, and Dragon Kid. So it's not going to be Astro and Golden King, obviously, since Astro's in the singles match. So it's going to be Ultimate Dragon and Dragon Kid. And Kyoshi Demora and Kazuya Yamasaki, Shudo, and of course Tanaka and Funaki of TTS. Then for the trios, of course, Pillman, Storm, and RVD, Golden King, Super Astro, and Dragon Kid. Nuki Sano, Kyoshi Demora, and Tiger Mask 4, representing Shuda, then all of TTS will be rounding up the group there. Group C's, Kai and Ty, Brad Armstrong, starting off, Psychosis, Sean Waltman, Bobby Fulton. So, really, no surprises there for the most part of Lynn Sanity and, as far as the Fantastics and whatnot. Taka and Tajiri. So, not Taka and Tajiri, boys. So it's going to be Taka and Yoshihiro Tajiri as the tag team for Kai and Tai. Vampiro and Damien, so not Psychosis and Damien for the tag team below Spravano. Jerry Lynn and Kilman. So we'll see how that team works out for Insanity. And then Jackie, Fulton, and Tommy Rogers for the Fantastics. Then the trio group, which will be Taka, Terry Boy, and Tajiri. So not Brad Armstrong. Vampiro, Damien, and Psychosis for Los Spravano. And then Insanity will have Super Crazy, Jerry Lynn, and Sean Waltman. And of course all of the Fantastics for the Fantastics. It's Group D. We'll see the Dark Side Defiance, which Dark Side Hayabusa will be making his in-ring return in this SuperMAX 64 Grand Prix here in 2002, as far as be him, Two Cold Scorpio, Jinsei Shinzaki, and Amy Marufuji. So obviously we're going to see Shinzaki and Hayabusa in a singles match during this tournament, so that's going to be exciting to see. Sabu and Taru will be the team for Dark Side Defiance, the tag team. El Samurai and Liger for Legend. As Kuda Daka and Minoru Fujita for the Pure Temple of Shikoku. And the Super Generation Army of Koji Hanamoto and Tsuyoshi Kikuchi of the Super Generation Army, which is really no surprise. Dark Side Defiance, so basically all of Dark Side Defiance and Shima is out for the next couple of months. Legend will be Sasuke, Samurai, and Liger. So a hell of a trio there. The trio that almost won it all the first year, obviously, that was Sasuke, Scorpio, and Liger. Now that obviously Samurai has joined them. Jinsei Shinzaki, Hakuda Hidaka, and Minoru... Or actually, not Hakuda Hidaka. Minoru Fujita and Kentora Shiga, who is the last member of the Pure Temple of Shikoku, and then the Super Generation Army, all of them. We'll be seeing this over the next, I believe it's 14 days. And then, I just want to double check. Yeah, it's 14 laps, if you will, and then the final one. And we'll be seeing basically 5 matches throughout the next 12, 13 days. I believe the last lap and maybe even night 13 will have 6 matches. I could be wrong. It might just be the last lap, but we'll see how that all plays out as on to the first night we go. Alrighty, so as far as the first night, we do have a backstage incident. And it's Chris Jericho, as he entertained the locker room by organizing a poker tournament. So, will be, of course, DirecTV, Bone TV. Good shit there. Alrighty, so, with this first night, think the main event is going to be that Radical Revolution Lloyd's the D tag match, because the trios match, Can-Am Super Junior Crew versus the Cosmic Dragon Kings, I think it's a good co-main. I don't think it's a main event, though. And what a win, though, for the Can-Am Super Junior Crew, though. They're going to beat the Cosmic Dragon Kings, so that's a huge 3 points for them, as Van Dam's going to get the win. As it's not going to be against the Dragon Kid, it's got to be against Super Astro, because obviously it's an elimination-style matchup. And that's going to be a huge victory for RVD. So the main, Radical Revolution versus Lords of the Deep, should be 2 teams with pretty good chemistry. Let's give them a little bit more time. 24 minutes, as Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko are going to get 2 points for the Radical Revolution team, as they're going to beat the Lords of the Deep. Should probably have Lord Akira Kurokumi take the fall instead of Naniwa. That way, oh, he will be the last guy. There we go. So, now the rest of the card. So this 3-count match against Fuchi and Ogawa. It's going to go... It normally would start off the show, but I don't think we're going to have it start off the show. I think it's going to be right after the opening matches. Ogawa's going to get the win for the Holy Demon Army team. I think right in Kanemaru, we need a steal the show matchup, I believe. Actually, I think we just need... Is it just a technical masterclass we need, I believe? Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Oh no, we need a steal the show matchup or a high spots match. Alrighty, so this is going to have to be the steal the show match. And actually, it'd probably be smarter. Kanemaru's going to get the win first of all, so that's 1 point for them over 3 count. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And Wild Pegasus is Super Delphin. So this is the technical masterclass matchup. So Wild Pegasus will be getting the win over Super Delphin. Should be a good match though, as both guys pretty good technically. There we go. So this will open up the show. That will be the technical masterclass matchup. Then we're going to have this. So we're going to cut down a little bit. 13 minutes. This will be the steal the show match, as Ogawa and Fuchi will be getting the win over 3 count. So tough break for 3 count as Holy Demon Army with a clean sweep. And also for Lords of the Deep with a clean sweep over the Lords of the Deep. And of course... So basically, each night, night 1 is going to have mostly Group A matches, besides this Trios match, which will be, obviously, Group B. And then, on night 2, you're basically going to see the same thing, where it's going to be mostly Group B matches, but the Trios match will be a Group A match, and so on and so forth, just to kind of dictate how this is going to pace out. It's going to, that same type of formula. Night 3 will be Group C, Night 4 will be Group D, and then obviously the Trios match will be Night C for Night 4, then for Night 3, the Trios match will be from Group D. So that's just kind of how the schedule is going to play out. But yeah, that's just kind of want to talk about that real quick before we pick our venue and run our first night here, our first show of the year 2002. So yeah, 10,000 strong at the Nagoya Civic General Gymnasium. Let's see if we get a banger here. So yeah, we knew this was going to be pretty bad off of the overall popularity of these two. But it's not a bad opening match. Would have been around a 50. But because they're not over, it's only a 38. As Kanemaru gets the one with deep impact though. Over Alex Wright in 9:57. So 76 for the next matchup. Even though it's not built up properly, it's still a decent little match. As German Suplex for Wild Pegasus gets the win in 2015. What a win and what a performance for Wild Pegasus. As a 66 then for 3 count versus Ogawa and Fuchi. As so Kanemaru. Then Shane Helms after Meso Fuchi. I would probably had it where it's 2 straight falls. But I mean Shane Helms at least in the 50s. So that's a good call for him. And you still got a ways to go to catch up to Ogawa and Fuchi, but not a bad start for him. And 74 for the Can-Am Super Junior crew versus the Cosmic Dragon Kings. Just a massive 3 points for them, with Dragon Kid eliminating first, then Lance Storm, then Brian Pillman, and then Rob Van Dam down 2-1 gets the win over Golden King and Super Astro. That probably wouldn't have been how I'd done it. Probably would have had Dragon Kid eliminated first, then Pillman, then Golden King, then Lance Storm, and then it's down to Van Dam and Astro, but I get it. Golden King, best guy in the match. That's kind of shocking. Shout out Silver King doing well. Honestly, I mean, now that I think about it, he's definitely more in his prime than Super Astro would be at this time. Actually, I mean, the best guy probably should have been Rob Van Dam off of just who's in their prime at this point. But yeah, the crazy match. That did better than anticipated. I'm surprised this only gets a 79 actually, as the Radical Revolution beat the Lords of the Deep. I'm just not sure exactly what happened there. 2 teams. Again, one team with excellent chemistry, one team with great chemistry. Pretty good ratings overall. A 95, an 87, an 80, and a 79, but didn't turn out to be a tremendous matchup overall. But I think it should have been a lot better. I think just overall, maybe because we had a bad opener, the whole kind of show kind of suffered because of that. But at least we, oh my god, yeah, lost our popularity in basically all the regions. Could have gained it in Mexico and Canada more, but just was restricted to the limited number of viewers. Yeah, I think that opener really fucked things up. Kind of looking at it, because I think this would have done better, this would have done better, but it is what it is. We were gonna have a bad show eventually. We'll take it for night one. It's not great, but I think for the rest of this tournament, you're gonna see a lot more better matches. Hopefully. But yeah, we'll put over Eddie, put over Kira Kotakumi for their performances in the main, and then Wild Pegasus for his opening contest performance. Here we go. So night one in the books, not a great start, but I think we'll be back on the right track here for night two. Fingers crossed. That'd be pretty hilarious to see the downfall of SuperMAX 64 in real time here in the year 2002, but I think we'll be just fine. I think that was just a terrible opener, kind of fucked the whole card up. We should be fine. Alrighty, night two, so there's no backstage incidents. So DirecTV, Nippon TV again. Alrighty, so the TTS matchup, as they're taking on the Dragons, Ultimo Dragon and Dragon Kid. Super Generation Army versus Legend, Lords of the Deep and the Holy Demon Army. A lot going on this night here. Not sure what I want the main event to be. I don't think it's going to be that. Don't think it's going to be Lords of the Deep and the Holy Demon Army either. I think this is the trios match for Group A, yeah. As Fuchi's going to beat Pacificus, which again, we're going to change that. We want to have that be Lord Akira Kotakumi. So what a tremendous performance from the Holy Demon Army. Beating the Lords of the Deep here in this trios match. So big 3 points for them. Oh, is Pacificus still out? Oh, he's still in rehab. Damn. Easy fix, though. Easy fix. Because I believe we could either use Delphin, right? Or we can even use Naniwa. Probably use Naniwa. That would probably make the most sense. So yeah, that's an easy fix. Let's go ahead. Wow, as Fuchi beating Akira Kotakumi has made him very upset. It's actually, while I'm thinking about it, so we have to go to Group A Trios. Let's go ahead and replace Pacificus with Naniwa. We probably should have done this to begin with anyways, but there we go. Alright, so yeah, that is now the co-main, or probably not the co-main, that might even be, because this Otani Super Astro matchup, so this is the Technical Masterclass match, and Otani beats Super Astro, so what a big point for TTS, but mainly a huge victory for Otani beating Super Astro. First time meeting, as far as singles-wise, too, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, he's not even going to complain about it. So we have 2 trios matches. That's right. Night 2 we had to switch some things around to make it fit. So I know I just kind of went through the schedule. This is kind of the outlier. So it's unfortunate to break down the whole schedule and to have an outlier. But night 2 is the outlier. The rest of them are going to have the same kind of formula you just saw, with 2 tags, 2 singles, and a trios. This night, you get 2 trios matches. But yeah, Super Generation Army losing to Legend, as Sasuke's going to beat Koji Kanemoto in 23 minutes. I think we're going to have that pencil in as the main for now. We'll see, though. It's going to be tough. Both those matches are going to be pretty good. And then Can-Am Junior Express of Lance Storm, Rob Van Dam versus Kazuya Yamasaki and Kiyoshi Tamura. 20-minute matchup here. Lance Storm's going to beat Yamasaki. And then TTS versus the Dragons. And Minoru Tanaka's going to beat Dragon Kid. Again, we're going to change that to where that's Ultimo Dragon. Tough break to have Ultimo Dragon lose to being the junior heavyweight champion, but honestly, he's going to have to lose, because obviously it's down to the last person. So I think we're going to have to actually change this to a Steal the Show matchup, which is fine with us. There we go. Alrighty. So yeah, we should be good to go. A couple of guys are being used too much, but that's fine. Yeah, we'll run this Hokkaido Prefectural Sports Center for night 2. Let's see what we get as an 80 for the opener. Already a much better opener than what we just saw. Super Astro losing to Shinjiro Otani, submitting to the Cobra Clutch, 23-57. Great win for Astro. Or great win for Astro. I keep on saying that. A great win for Otani, as he was off his game. Really off his game, so it would have been even closer. But Astro did outperform him, so an upset. 74 for the Can-Am Junior Express, beating Kazuya Yamasaki and Kiyoshi Nomura. No surprise Nomura being the best guy in the match, and no surprise Yamasaki being the worst guy in the match. But yeah, Van Dam eliminated first, then I probably would have had Yamasaki eliminated first, then Van Dam, and then have Nomura lose. But yeah, good stuff though. Good stuff. All the way around. It's an 88 for TTS, and the Dragons probably could have been the main event, as what a performance from Funaki and Tanaka, as Dragon Kid eliminated first, then Ultimo Dragon. Now this one I probably would have had. No, yeah, it's fine having 2-on-1 there. Gives a credible, as far as loss to the junior champion. But what a performance, though, from Funaki and Tanaka, one of the best teams we have, of course. Having a great rating and having a big 2-point win. There's the Holy Demon Army beating the Lords of the Deep, winning a massive 3 points. It's crazy that we gave Kinemura, he gets eliminated first, and then it's Mako, so it's down to, 2v2, and Ogawa goes out next, so Fuchi having to go get this massive win down 2-1. What a victory, as Naniwa and Fuchi did the same. Kiriko Takuma at 83, 69 for Ogawa. Mako close to the 60, and then, Kanemaru with the 52. So 90 for our main event, so great call on having this be the main. Everybody did tremendous, but Naomichi Marufuji, he's eliminated first. A clean sweep, I don't know about all that. I would have at least thrown out somebody, so it's not a clean sweep, but what a big 3 points for Legend, and they're looking to be the first ever 2-time winners of the Grand Prix. And that big 3 points will be a great starting point. There we go. Yeah, we're back on the right track with that. That was a pretty good show. Pretty good show. Much better than the first night that we saw. So yeah, definitely want to put over Sasuke. Definitely want to put over, as far as Sasuke, Kanemoto. And then we'll probably jump down to Ultimo Dragon. Actually, let's go Minoru Tanaka. Tag match there. Good stuff, though. Great night 2. Much better than night 1. On to night 3 we go. Alright, is night 3. As I think the next time we'll take a look at the standings, I guess for the first time, probably night 8. That seems like a good call. So it'll be a while. But as far as, that'll only be like 2 matches in. So it'll be a little over a halfway point for each group. So it should go over pretty well by that point. Lance Storm created a fun and relaxed atmosphere backstage after finding a discarded karaoke machine. And they started an impromptu pre-show competition as his melodies of Power Bounce apparently stole the show. I did see, I think it was like last week, the person who invented the karaoke machine passed away. He was 100. What a fucking big bucket of win for that guy, though. Just, I was not surprised to see that he was Japanese, but I was just, because obviously they are just, that's probably one of the highest national pastimes over there. But, like, that, the amount of fun that man has created, by something that seems to be so simple in theory. So what a huge bucket of win for that guy. But, for the main event, as far as, I'm not really sure, don't think it's going to be Super Generation Army and Darkside Defiance, the trios match, but it is going to be a good little matchup, though, as Darkside Hayabusa will get the win for us Darkside Defiance, beating the Super Generation Army. Kanemoto being a little unhappy about that is kind of wild. I don't know what's going to be the technical masterclass out of these two, but I know one of them is. It might be this. Oh, it's a Steel Show matchup. Brad Armstrong will get the 1 point over Sean Waltman. So then that will mean Psychosis and Bobby Fulton's the technical masterclass matchup, and Psychosis will be getting the win. What a great opportunity, though, for Bobby Fulton to get in the ring with the former junior heavyweight champion, though. It's Taka and Tajiri. against Linsanity, as Jerry Lynn and Kilman will be losing to Taka and Tajiri. Taka and Tajiri will be getting the win. Taka with the win over Jerry Lynn in 20 minutes. So a little mid-card match. Might be the main event. I mean, the Fantastics versus Damien and Vampiro. I mean, this is going to be a decent little matchup as well. Damien's going to beat Tommy Rogers in that one. So a clean sweep for Los Pavano over the Fantastics. I think we're going to just ride it out with Super Generation Army, though. I think that's probably the smart call. And we'll run the Hiroshima-Sun Plaza 2. Alrighty. Let's run it. So 85, wow. For Bobby Fulton and Sikosis. How about that? Bobby Fulton outperformed him. That is pretty awesome. Guillotine leg drop in 2051. It's a hell of a match. 77 for Brad Armstrong and Sean Waltman. It's Brad Armstrong with the side Russian leg sweep win in damn near in the 90s. That's a great performance from Brad Armstrong. Got the crowd buzzing, too. It's a 73 for Taka and Tajiri against Jerry Lynn and Kilman. Yeah, Jerry Lynn, I mean, he's finally in the 60s. He's doing well. Tajiri's getting there. It's looking good. It's looking good for some of the kind of undercard guys. It's about time for a lot of them. It's an 81 for Damien and Vampiro getting the win as as far as Jackie eliminated first, then Tommy Rogers. So clean sweep from Damien and Vampiro, which I'm cool with. I think that's the right call. It's Vampiro, best guy in the match by far, with a 94. And then 81 for our main event. Yeah, Hayabusa is still a little rusty. He will be for a good bit of these. Still outperformed everybody in Darkside Defiance, so tough break for them. But yeah, I can now see why Kanemoto be a little upset because of that, but overall, I think it's a great win, and it's a great showing from Hayabusa, too, to come down to 2-1, and him overcoming the odds and getting the win, so he's looking better than ever with this new dark attitude. He's joined the dark side. Seikos and Bobby Fulton, though, hell of a match. I definitely want to put those guys over. They were tremendous. And I give a hug to Hayabusa. I mean, listen, he came back from a broken neck, and he's still performing at a pretty high level, to be honest. That's kind of crazy. So shout out to Hayabusa there. As on to night 4. Away you go. Alrighty, night 4. So they got us in Yokohama Arena for this one. As for our main event, so as far as Linsanity Los Pavano, it's I think it's going to be actually a better matchup than probably I anticipated to begin with. I didn't think it was going to be, I thought it was going to be a little bit more one-sided, which it still should be. Better teaming of Los Pavano getting the win. But I think it's still going to have some pretty good performance. I think Jerry Lynn's going to do well. I think Super Crazy's going to do well. And I think it's a good little matchup. Co-main event. Right now, we're going to have it be this. El Samurai and Jushin Liger versus Okuda, Daka, and Minoru Fujita. Mainly because El Samurai and Jushin Liger are going to do really well. Samurai's going to get the win. So that's 2 points for Legend. But Sabu and Taru against Tsuyoshi Kikuchi and Koji Kanemoto is a good matchup as well. Super Generation Army getting some revenge after losing the Trios match. So at least there'll be 2 points for them. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be close. We'll bump that up. Darkside Hayabusa, Naomichi Marufuji. So Marufuji losing here to Hayabusa. And the opening contest, which, we need a technical masterclass matchup. I see why I didn't pick this. But, I mean, Scorpio's going to do well. Jinsei Shinzaki, not so much. It's tough. It's tough because Shinzaki, last time he beat him was at the Best Super Juniors in 1990. This is the first time they've faced off against each other in a singles contest in SuperMAX 64. That's kind of cool to think. But mainly, this would tie them up in the series as well. It's tough, but I think we're going to go with Shinzaki with the upset. But yeah, that's night 4. Pretty straightforward. The trios match at the main event, the 2 tags and the 2 singles. That just seems to be the formula that just kind of is kind of best for us. But yeah, we'll run the Kita Prefectural Gym. And for night 4, let's run it. So Scorpio and Shinzaki, 82, actually did better than I anticipated. Nimbutsu Powerbomb from Shinzaki over Scorpio in 1955. Scorpio was, he's looking pretty stale. I'm not sure exactly what I would rechange his gimmick to, so we'll probably just have to drop it. Dark Side Hayabusa beating Naomichi Mafuchi with a Falcon Arrow at 8-11. Again, kind of crazy that him being rusty, he's still really good for somebody that's going off a broken neck. He's also off his game as well. 65, still outperformed Mafuji by a large margin. Sure, the match isn't great, but there's going to be better matches throughout this night to help us get over the hump. And yeah, an 82 here for the Liger Samurai matchup against Minoru Fujita and Ikuta Daka. So Fujita almost in the 60s is pretty great. Daka still got a ways to go, but yeah, Daka eliminated first. Then Liger gets eliminated. Then Minoru Fujita, I said Minoru Tanaka, but probably would have been a clean sweep, but pretty crazy that they went back and forth like that, though, in the game. 81 from Sabu and Tauru, so yeah, there was a point difference. Should have went with my gut. It's Kikuchi, Kanemoto. Kanemoto kind of not performing at a higher level than I anticipated, but Tauru eliminated first. Then Kanemoto, then Sabu. Again, this one, is a tough one. I think if one of them was going to be a clean sweep, it probably would have been the previous match. This one, I guess, yeah, could have went back and forth. And a 78, wow, for our main event. Yeah, Jerry Lynn did hit the 60 mark. Super Crazy did pretty well. Overall, surprised. They only got a 78, but Vampiro gets the win. The Vampiro's bite over Jerry Lynn in 21-32. Tough break. And I thought it was going to be a lot better. This show's going to not do well overall-wise. Yeah, not great. But the opening matchup in the Samurai Liger matchup against Sadaka and Fujita did better than the main. Things haven't gone our way. That's tough. That's big tough. So that's, would have liked to have seen better rating there, but I figured it was going to be better than a 78. Did not deliver at all. But yeah, we'll definitely put over Kikuchi for his performance as well in the tag match. And Scorpio. Him doing well in the opener. Tough break. So far, nights 1 and 4, bit of a dud. 2 and 3, though, have been good. So, right now we're batting 50%. Wish it was better, but it is what it is. We're going to have to deal with it. But hopefully, in the meantime, we keep on at least having better matches and better shows than non-good shows. So that's just kind of what I got to hope for going forward. But so far, it's been 50-50. So hopefully, night 5, we can have a better trend. Hopefully, we can get some good shows out of the way before we get to the end. We'll see. Alrighty, night 5. So hopefully, again, we can have a good show. Part of me is just like, should we just run it on Telemundo and just play it safe? Fuck it. We didn't come this far to play it safe. So the trios match, 3 count, Lords of the Deep. Oh no, that's the tag match. Never mind. I was thinking it was the trios match. As 3 count, we'll be losing here to Akira Korakumi and Naniwa, obviously. Obviously, former Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions are going to lose to 3 count. Is it TTS or Shudo then? Oh, it is. Alright, so we'll pencil in as the main event for now. Zotani will be getting the win for TTS. As we'll probably actually change that at least. We'll let that be Minoru Tanaka. But still, good match. Hopefully, has a banger on our hands there for that main event. Then we'll have, I guess, Fuchi and Ogawa against Eddie and Dean, which should be a good little matchup. 26 minutes. Dean Malenko going to beat Ogawa. Oh, Fuchi's the agent. Let that be. There we go. So Delphin and Alex Wright. Now, this is the match where it's like, alright, maybe they're not going to be over enough for this to work, but Delphin's going to get the win, so that's 1 point for them. And then Wild Pegasus will be just powerbombing Yoshinobu Kanemaru through the goddamn ring. In that matchup. So, I mean, I guess we could run the Hiroshima Sun Plaza again, or even the Hokkaido Prefectural Gym again. If we really wanted to, but I don't think that's probably smart. Guess we gotta run the Star Lane, so go ahead and run that here for night 5. Let's see what we get. Yep, 37 as Super Delphin, the Delphin Clutch in 1819. Listen, he did well. Wright did pretty well. Maybe not well. They did alright. You know, it's just obviously lack of any type of popularity really to help this out. Delphin's a little bit more popular than Wright is, but still, probably a bad idea to do it. Letter 73, though, for the next matchup, and it cut the crowd buzzing. So Wild Pegasus pinning Yoshinobu Kanemaru with the Wild Bomb in 8-18. Nice performance from Kanemaru, though. 52. Doing better than Marufuji is. As Fujino Gawa beating, or rather losing, to the Rock Revolution, Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko. So Eddie get eliminated first. Probably wouldn't have been my first choice there. Probably would have had Ogawa eliminated. Then Eddie, then Fuchi, and then Dean. But yeah, great match. Great tag team performance from Dean and Eddie. So 75. Yeah, probably the wrong thing to go on here. I really fucked up the order of that. Because obviously this was no way going to be better than the previous matchup. But nice win for the... Again, well, probably would have been a clean sweep here, but I like that they're trying to build some talent. They're doing a lot better than I would have. This would have just been a clean sweep. But man, Shannon Moore almost in the 50s. So again, he's improving. 87 for our main event, so thank God at least we have a decent little main event. Great performance from Otani, Funaki, and Minoru Tanaka. Otani's the best guy in the match. Unreal. As, Otani getting the win. It's a good match. Tiger Mask eliminated first, then Otani, then Kiyoshi Demore, then Naoki Sano. Probably, I think in a perfect world, probably would have flipped. So, would have had maybe Funaki eliminated here instead of Otani, then Tamura, then Otani, and then Naoki Sano. So it came down to like a one-on-one scenario. But yeah, it's still good main event. I'm just glad we didn't have any popularity changes compared to what we've had so far. But yeah, Dean and Eddie have been tremendous. I want to put over Eddie here. I want to put over Otani. I mean, what a performance. He's come a long way. Hug for him. And Naoki Sano for the other side. So down goes night 5. On to night 6 we go. Alrighty, night 6. As we do have a couple of backstage incidents. First one's Octagon, as he brightened the mood backstage after being simply being so cheerful and fun to be around. And then Magnum Tokyo brightened the mood backstage after doing several funny cartoon drawings of some of his colleagues. So, alrighty. DirecTV, Nippon TV. Well, I mean, our last show at least was pretty solid. I'm hoping for another good show here. Now, Naoki Sano and Super Astro is a hell of a match. However, because really the Grand Prix is structured to where we want the trio and tag matches to be kind of the better matches, it's only going to be a technical masterclass matchup, so it's going to open up the show. Astro's going to beat them, which they are right at 50%. And as far as Naoki Sano won their first matchup at the 95 Best Super Juniors, and then Naoki Sano won again. Oh no, actually, yeah, that's right. Astro would... he's still down 1, even with this win. But this is the first time they've wrestled in SuperMAX 64 as far as the singles matchup. So at least Astro has that over him. So that's 1 point for the Cosmic Dragon Kings. I'm assuming Radical Revolution vs. 3 Count is the trios match, and it is. As the Radical Revolution, with no surprise really, getting the win here. Dean Malenko's going to beat Ricky Fuji. Kind of laughable for that to be the main event, but we'll see. Maybe there'll be, so we got the Dragons and the Can-Am Junior Express, which Dragon Kid's going to get the win over Rob Van Dam. That's going to be 26 minutes. We're giving them a lot of time. We're going to have Pillman and Otani, just steal the show matchup, which Otani's going to win. Pillman beat him 2 years ago, rather, at the Grand Prix on this very same night, night 6, so... 2 years in the making as far as to get that win there. And then, of course, our final matchup, Kazuya Yamasaki Kiyoshi Tamura against TTS, which TTS will be getting the victory with Minoru Tanaka pinning Kiyoshi Tamura. Now, afterwards as well, we're going to actually have that be the main event, just so this could be a post-show thing. So afterwards, as far as Tanaka and Funaki help, as far as Tanaka and Funaki help Tamura back to his feet and shake his hand, which Kazuya Yamasaki tries to get in the way and try to stop him, because he feels that maybe there's some ill intentions behind that, as far as, so he's trying to get in between them but you could tell that Minoru Tanaka and Funaki, they're sympathetic, and that's kind of a big thing. I think we'll go off acting for it. So I'm not really sure what else we'd have it be. It's probably not going to be a great angle, but it's just going to be a couple minutes. Just a post-match thing, but we're going to have it as a post-show. Oh my god, I'm so, every time I'm used to seeing a post-show angle, I'm so used to just on autopilot to just put post-match press conference. But post-match, we'll put a little dash there. There we go. Just to make it look something. Give it a little pizzazz. Well, let's see. Again, we don't want to run a Kanto. Don't want to run concise. I think we have one more small arena. Oh no, we ran it all. I think we're going to go back to night 1 here. So we'll run Nagoya Civic General Gymnasium yet again. And let's run night 6 here. It's a 77 for the... Oh, I just realized that was in the wrong spot. How great. Well, shit. Well, alright. Well, that was supposed to be the main event. Now, seeing that only got a 77 makes me feel pretty good about myself, to be honest. But now... Yeah, now we had to rearrange that. So I'm surprised I only got a 77. It went so fast I didn't even realize what the ratings were. So there is that. So we'll see how the rest of the show plays out. 89, yeah, for Super Astro and Nuki Sano. Hell of a match. Nuki Sano outperformed him. Really no surprise. I figured that was going to happen. But yeah, an 89. Hell of a match there. 80 for Brian Pillman and Shinjiro Otani. So Otani, damn near 12 points better than them. Pillman was visibly tired, but still, Otani's the man. Getting the one with the Cobra Clutch and 1 point for TTS. So they're going to have a clean sweep later on. But Ultimo Dragon and Dragon Kid picking up the victory over Lance Storm and Rob Van Dam. Again, they're going 50-50 with this. Definitely would have been a clean sweep with having Dragon Kid get the win. But Rob Van Dam and Lance Storm, 70s for both men. That's pretty good. Obviously better than Dragon Kid, but just, they 17 points behind Ultimo Dragon. But that's a good sign, man. They're going to be a pretty good little team within the next year or two. And an 87 for what is now the main event. It's the Rock Revolution clean sweep over 3 count international. Is at least, Magnum Toki and Alex Wright, they're in the 50s now, but still, they got a long ways to go before they reach the Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, and Wild Pegasus ceiling for sure. But Ricky Fuji still doing well. Nice to see. Yeah, tough break for 3 count. And the post-show, or the post-match, as far as Tanaka and Funaki helping them back up, shaking his hand and patting him on the back and trying to get a word into him as far as let him, trying to tell him really just that, don't get discouraged. These things are going to happen. You're going to be just fine now. But what a show thanks to that fuck up, because that would have been a pretty bad show if that was going to be the main with a 77, but we get lucky. We get very, very lucky. But yeah, we're going to put over Nuki Sano and Super Astro for their performance. And honestly, I think we're going to put over Eddie Guerrero again, because Eddie has been pretty great as of late. So we're just trying to help him kind of ride that wave of momentum. At least try to, at least. So there's night 6 in the book, so we just got one more night in night 7 run. Then after that, we'll actually we'll take a look at the standings after night 8, so it'll be 2 more shows left until we look at the standings for the first time. But we're moving right along, that is for sure. And on to night 7 we go. Alrighty, night 7, as far as backstage incidents, Honoru, as far as he gave the locker room a lift and provided a crate of free drinks for everyone. And then Gold King and Dean Malenko's Golden King's brought for wrestlers court, accused of failing to pick up a share of the tab at the bar as the judge. Dean Malenko found them guilty and sentenced them to buy drinks after the show. So, as far as hoping for another good show, we lucked out on our previous show, of course, but I think we're still going to have a pretty good show, especially with a legend, Pure Temple of Shikoku, as the tough break for the Pure Temple, as far as they have a tall task taking on a team like Legend, and they're going to lose. Satsuki's going to beat Jinsei Shinzaki in 21 minutes. Then we got Bobby Fulton and Brad Armstrong, as far as that's the technical masterclass matchup, which Brad will beat Bobby Fulton, so that's a win-win for Kai and Tai. or 1 point rather for Kai and Tai. Then Waltman and Psychosis, the Steel Show matchup, which Psychosis will win. Only 7 minutes, and that's pretty short, but the way Waltman's stamina is, that's even pushing it at 7 minutes. Then Jerry Lynn and Kilman versus Damien and Vampiro. As Vampiro will be beating Jerry Lynn. Tough break for Linsanity. This could have been a huge win, if we thought about giving them the victory, but I just didn't think that was the right call. Because Vampiro and Damien are going to be much, much better. Actually, this will go below that, as Kai and Tai, Taka, Michinoku, and Yoshihiro Tajiri against the Fantastics with Jackie Fulton and Tommy Rogers. Tajiri going to beat Jackie Fulton there. I'm hoping it's going to be a pretty good show. I don't know if it's going to be better than the previous show, but I'm hoping it's going to be a good one. As we just ran as far as the for night 1 rather. We need to see where we ran. Oh, that's right, we ran the Hokuto Perfectional Sports in here for night 2. See what we get. It's a 79 for the opener. Pretty close. Only a couple point difference. Brad Armstrong getting the win and the 1 point advantage over Bobby Fulton in the Fantastics. It's a side Russian leg sweep at 23-33. It's a 70 for Psychosis and Sean Waltman. Jesus, doubled him, damn near. And it's almost tripled him. Psychosis with the guillotine leg drop in 6 minutes. Yeah, Sean Waltman just can't work that long of a matchup. But what a win for Taka and Tajiri. Much better team, even over an excellent chemistry Fantastics. Jackie Fulton eliminated first. Then Taka, then Tommy Rogers definitely would have been a clean sweep. Or if that, we probably could have Tajiri lose and just have Taka be the lone survivor. But that's alright. Jerry Lynn and Kilman losing to Vampiro and Damien. Yeah, I'm glad we went with them getting a victory here. So Damien's character is getting stale. That's tough. I don't know what else I would do with Damien. His gimmick is pretty much set in stone. That's tough. It's getting stale. But yeah, an 82 there. And an 86 for a main event. Hell yeah. So, yeah, Shiga, rusty. Haven't used him in a hot minute. And it shows in that performance, that's for sure. But, yeah, I mean, not a great performance from him. Samurai and Shinzaki did the same. Then, obviously, Sasuke and Liger. I'm cool with that. I actually would have loved to have seen that. To seen Shinzaki at least beat Samurai, but then losing to Liger and Sasuke. That's how I would have done it, at least. But yeah, tough break. Tough break there with an 86. 84 at least. At least the shows, like, so far, they've all been in, like, the light greens and having some light blues here every now and again. But for the most part, we've done well. With our matches, just kind of been sometimes some groups have a lot more star power in them than others. But yeah, obviously Legend was going to do a lot of the heavy lifting there. But we'll put over Shinzaki for at least being in the match. But obviously Sasuke and we'll go Vampiro for the co-main. So yeah, on to night 8 we go. Hard to believe. As far as I feel like we just started and we're already close to the end. As we just have 6 more laps left until the final show. As on to day 8 we go. Alrighty, night 8 of the Grand Prix. It's a DirecTV, Nippon TV, of course, no backstage incidents, so we get right into it. So our main event, it might be this, El Samurai and Jushin Liger versus Sabu and Tadaru. 16 minutes, that's all it's going to be. It's Liger and Samurai will get the win, as, of course, Sabu can't really work anything this long. So that's why it's such a short match. Then the co-main, we're going to have it be Darkside Hayabusa into Cold Scorpio, as it's going to be interference from Sabu over to Cold Scorpio. Basically, Hayabusa is going to set Scorpio up on the table at ringside, distracts the ref, Sabu flying in, just basically a little springboard Asai moonsault he used to do to the floor, but this time it's going to be, through Tuco Scorpio through a table, and, rolls him back in, 450, 1, 2, 3. So with that win, and also, jump starts, Samurai and Liger come out, and then Tauru comes out, and they start the match type of thing. Jinsei Shinzaki and Marufuji, that's going to be the, basically, it's going to open up the show for what we need it to be. And then Kanemoto and Kikuchi, think we're going to have this actually be the Technical Masterclass match, as they're going to beat Hakuto, Hadaka, and Minoru Fujita. Yeah, and then the Fantastics versus Kai and Tai. This is the Grand Prix, the Trios match, which the Fantastics will get the win over Kai and Tai. So what a match and what a win, but we're actually going to put that right in the middle. So, as far as where we're at on the standings, this has been updated for 8 days as far as this is what it's looking like. So right now, Group A is led by the Radical Revolution with 9 points. The whole Demon Army are behind them with 6. Lords of the Deep with 3. And 3 count. 0 points. Not a great start. For Group B, TTS in the lead with 9 points. So far, that's been the magic number. At least one would think, but as you can see with Group D, there is somebody that has more points. But, that's as far as TTS with 9. They have, points in each group as well. The K-Name Super Junior Crew with 5. Cosmic Jack Kings with 3. Shudo, no points so far. Very, very rough start for them. And then for Group C, Kai and Tai and Los Bravano tied with the Los Bravano team. I forgot to put the Fantastics 3 points here. There we go. As Los Bravano and Kai and Tai dead even. 4 points. So basically 2 tag wins and then 2 singles wins as well so far. For Sikosis and Brad Armstrong. And, of course, we'll have, as far as right now, there would not be a person from Group C as far as making it to the finals because of this, as far as because they don't have enough points compared to everybody else. And for Group D, the winning group right now is Legend with 10, 2 wins for both the tag and trio side. So that's a huge 10 points there. Group D is in second by Darkside Defiance with 5 points, which I forgot to put. I also forgot to put Super Generation Army's 4 points. Which, we're going to have to bump that. There we go. And then the Temple of Shigoku, which will have their 2 points. So that is where we're at after 8 nights of action. Of course, we'll still have 9 through 14 left, so still a lot of time left, but that's where the standings are right now. So, of course, as far as if this was to end right now, the 3 groups would be Legend, Radical Revolution, and TTS. So 2 teams that have won in the past, and Radical Revolution. That'd be a hell of a finals, for sure. But we'll see if Los Bravano or Kai and Tai overcome one of those groups. We shall see. Still a lot of time left. And let's actually pick a venue. That would have been bad. So about to say, I think we've almost ran everywhere. We haven't ran the Hiroshima place twice, so we'll do that. Now we're good to go. Alrighty, so in 83, for the opening contest, Kanemoto and Kikuchi did pretty well. They outperformed Hadaka and Fujita, really no problem. Both guys get swept. That's probably for the best. That's probably how I would have done it. As well as Jinsei Shinzaki with the Kyoyo Otoshi for Naomi Fuji in 10 minutes. It's a nice win for them. As far as his pure temple of Shigoku. The Fantastics beating Kai and Tai, which is a huge, huge victory. As far as beating Terry Boy, I would have flipped Tajiri and Tommy Rogers. I would have done Terry Boy, Terry Rogers, then Jackie, then Tajiri, then Tanaka, to have Bobby Fulton come back down 2 men to 1 and getting a huge 3 points. What an upset, for sure. It was close though. As far as Jackie, a little bit better than Terry Boy, and Tajiri's a little bit better than Tommy Rogers, but and of course Bobby Fulton's 10 points better than Taka. It'd be really, really close. Really, Terry Boy's is what his rating kind of fucks it up a little bit. Actually, this actually might have been the right team to win. I really look at it, because, it would have been probably the Fantastics being the better team, thanks to Bobby Fulton's rating, so shout out him. Having a great performance. Darkside Hayabusa beating Too Cold Scorpio. The rust is still there, but he gets the win. Obviously, it's not the Falcon Arrow, it's that 450 splash like we talked about. After Sabu boots Scorpio through the table. Great match. Great little match, especially for somebody recovering from a broken neck. And then a 76 for our main event. Tough. As Tataru and Sabu. I probably would have flipped that. Probably would have had Sabu eliminated first, then Tataru. But yeah, big tough on the rating there, and another bad show during this Grand Prix. So I think out of the 8 nights, 3 of them have been bad. So we're basically still batting at 50% rate. Not great. Not great at all. Yeah, we'll put over Kanemoto for the opening performance. Best match on the card. Was that tag match, and then Dark Side Hayabusa and Scorpio for the singles match. Tough break there. Couldn't get anything in the light blue category for that one. And now we're back around the loop, back to Group A, and we're back as far as to, we'll just have nights 9, 10, 11, 12. So that'll be another run. And then basically 13 and 14 will basically be mostly trios matches. So we'll get to see basically the real meat and potatoes to see what those kind of last laps of the Grand Prix will be. Who's going to finish where and how they're going to do it. Because those 3 points are going to be massive, of course. So yeah, on to night 9 we go. Alrighty, night 9. So as far as, of course, Pwn TV, DirecTV, who surprisingly, one of them has not dropped us yet. Because things have just not gone as well as I would have hoped for this Grand Prix. Backstage incident is Tajiri. He left the locker room and organized and won a video game tournament. Fuck yeah. So our main event. So Shudo and the Can-Am Super Junior crew. I believe that's the trios match. It is. As Nuki Sano will get the win for Shudo, so that's a huge 3 points for them. So they're going to beat the Can-Am Super Junior crew. Nuki Sano going to beat Pillman. We're going to actually have... We're going to have Lance be the last guy. But yeah, we'll have that be the main for now. 3 count Radical Revolution. As Eddie will be getting the win, him and Dean, over Shayna Moore and Shane Helms. We'll put that as the co-main for now, but I think we're going to replace it with this. As Fuchi and Ogawa will be beating the former Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, the Lords of the Deep. So that's a massive victory for them. They lost to them last year during the Junior Heavyweight Tag League. So as far as a little win back for them, there was an 81 then. We'll see if how it goes this time around. Yeah, we'll have that be the co-main. Then our singles matches. Alex Wright and Wild Pegasus and Super Delphin and Kanemaru. I believe this is the Steal the Show matchup. It is. So Wild Pegasus will get the win. Let's cut down that time just a little bit, about 7 minutes. And then, of course, 1 point for the Radical Revolution. 3 points in general, thanks to their 2-point victory tonight. And then Super Delphin will be beating Yoshinobu Kanemaru in the opening contest, which hopefully, fingers fucking crossed, that's a good match as far as to get Delphin and Kanemaru, as far as a great chance to have some singles contest, but it's not going to have a great as far as they're not going to be over enough, unfortunately, but I still hope it's going to be a good match. I think we're going to give them just 1 more minute, then we're just going to cut down the time, make it a 2-hour show. There we go. So yeah, as always, we pick a venue. We're getting close. Getting close to the end, that is for sure. But I think we can run the Akita Perfectional Gymnasium again. Alrighty, night 9 in the books, let's run it. Yeah, Super Delphin did really well. Just, unfortunately not over enough, but the Osaka Stunner in 16-17 getting the win for the Lords of the Deep, and that's 1 point for them. 70 for Wild Pegasus and Alex Wright, as Wild Pegasus with a German suplex. He keeps on getting these German suplexes wins. But yeah, this is the end of at least the singles part of Group A. I think Wild Pegasus was a clean sweep from what I remember. So that's great, 3 points for them, just off of Wild Pegasus performances. And 78 for the Radical Revolution 3-count match, as Dean and Eddie, again, damn near doubling Shannon Moore and Shane Helms. Probably would have been a clean sweep here, but I like that they're at least trying to put over 3 count, but definitely would not have happened. But yeah, 78 for that matchup, and then 83 for the co-main event, which we see Grant Honeywell break his ribs. That's tough. So, a tough injury there. Gonna have to deal with that for the. I would say the rest of the tournament. It looks like the tag matchup is already done for the Grand Prix as far as for Group A, as Ogawa and Fuchi getting the win and a massive victory as well. Fuchi is crazy. 47 years old, coming off of a serious injury. Still doing well now that he's all squared away. That is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome to see. We have broken ribs, tough injury. And 83 for our main event as well, as Shudo getting a massive victory, coming down to the last man, one-on-one. And as far as Nuki Sano beating Lance Storm, Tiger Mask for the weak link. And then basically everybody else did exactly the same. You know, like Tamura, Storm, Van Dam, and Pillman, they were like, point difference throughout those 4 men. And then Nuki Sano, of course, being the carrier of this one with an 88. Tremendous stuff for Nuki Sano. I'm glad he gets the win for Shudo. And at least we had a decent show. We'll take the 81. I think the network itself is going to be a little unhappy about it, but I'm just glad we didn't have any popularity changes. So yeah, we'll definitely put over Nuki Sano, put over Fuchi, and Lord Akira Corp. I mean, why not? So now we're in the double digits of the Grand Prix, and on to Night 10. Oh, we go. Alrighty, Night 10 of the Grand Prix. Again, shockingly. So yeah, both Nippon TV and DirecTV, that was the last show, was below the minimum quality. I'm just glad we didn't decrease our popularity or anything. But Timer Actress brought for Russ's court, accused of not paying attention during a locker room meeting, as the judge Dean Malenko found him guilty and sentenced by a great beer for the locker room. So our main event here, so we have TTS versus the Can-Am Junior Express, which I believe is a tag matchup. Yes, as 20 minutes. We're going to give them a little bit more time. I think this is a great showing for the Can-Am Junior Express, but they're going to lose to TTS. That's 2 points for them, as Shinichi Funaki will be getting the win. Yeah, 3 count Lords of the Deep. I don't think we're going to have that be the main. I think this will be the co-main. Prince Mako with Lords of the Deep will be getting the win over Ricky Fuji, so we probably have Pacificus lose, and then obviously the rest of 3 count going down, so Mako and Akira Kurokumi would be the last 2 left. Oh, that's right. We forgot to change Pacificus to as far as forget. Is it Super Delphin? That's did we switch it to? Oh, I already forget. Wait. As oh no, that's right. Naniwa. Yeah. Doi. There we go. But that sucks. He's got a broken rib, but he still should be fine. And so I think with this injury, I think we're gonna have Naniwa be the yeah, we'll sub Mako be still him and Mako. We'll get Naniwa out of there because of his injury. So then so the 2 singles matches, Nuki Sano and Shinjiro Otani, which is a hell of a match, and Otani with a massive victory as well. As far as the first time Otani's going to beat him, first time they face off was the 99 J-Cup, which that was a 91. This is going to be a great matchup there. It's a big point for TTS there as well. Then the Dragons versus Kazuya Yamasaki and Kiyoshi Tamura. What a victory for Kazuya Yamasaki and Kiyoshi Tamura. I think I'm actually going to change that. Yeah, I think we're going to change that. We're going to have Dragon beat Tamura. Never mind. It's 2 points for the Cosmic Dragon Kings, but yeah, I think that's just the right call to have that, to have Dragon be the last man standing. Then Pillman and Astro believes this is the Steelers Show matchup. It is. Super Astro with 1 point as well, so the Cosmic Dragon Kings walking away with 3 points with this show. Massive for them. Alrighty. And I believe, let's say we should be good to go. Just gotta pick a venue. So again, you know, are we back around the loop? Because, oh no, yeah, we haven't ran night 5 in a hot minute, so we'll run the star lanes. There we go. Alrighty. So for night 10, an 86 for the opener, Nuki Sano and Shinjiro Otani, both 85s. Could have went either way, but we went with Shinjiro Otani gets him on the Cobra Clutch in 22:45. Massive victory for Otani. He's had a tremendous start to his 2002 rather, as he's been fantastic. 75 for Super Astro and Brian Pillman. Super Astro with the win with the Astro Scissors in 11:40. Got the crowd buzzing for another 75. It's Ultimate Dragon and Dragon Kid against Kyoshi Tamura and Kazuya Yamasaki. As Dragon Kid and Yamasaki did exactly the same. Of course, Ultimate Dragon, best guy in the match. Had Dragon Kid eliminated first, probably wouldn't have done that. Probably would have had Yamasaki, then Dragon Kid, and then Tamura, but I get it. Yeah, 75 for that one. 81 for the 3-count Lords of the Deep matchup. Magnum Tokyo eliminated first, then Alex Wright, then Ricky Fuji. So they went with the clean sweep. Like I said, we probably wouldn't have done that. We probably would have had Naniwa lose. Probably after Magnum Tokyo got... Actually, it probably would have been Wright, then Tokyo, then Naniwa, and then Ricky Fuji to end it out on. But yeah, Prince Mega with a 55, not great for Kazuyashi, but he's, it's kind of crazy. Magnum Tokyo's outperforming him. Not great there. And good call to have this be the main event, though. It's TTS beating the Can-Am Junior Express. It's Lance Storm. Should have been the last guy left for the Can-Am Junior Express, but I'm cool with it, actually, since Van Dam was a 71. Again, crazy that they had Minoru Tanaka get eliminated, but we'll take it. Well, that's a great match, though. And they got the crowd hotter to end out the show. They got a pretty good show there at the Star Lanes. As an 88, thank God. We'll definitely put over, we'll put over Shinichi Funaki. And then we'll put over, well, we already put over Nuki Sano. So we'll put over Otani. Then I guess we should, so I guess we gotta either put over Dragon. Yeah, we'll put over Ultimate Dragon. Not bad at all. So we're down to the last couple of laps here, just 11 through 14. And as far as this is going to be a close race, it's going to come down to the end for sure, with all those trios matches lined up to end out the Grand Prix. So it's going to come down to whoever gets those 3 points for sure. So on to next night we go. Alrighty, night 11. So after we run night 12, we'll take a look at the standings going into kind of the final 2 more shows that we have. As I think that's going to be a good point to look at it again. But so far, it's definitely been, Group C, they're going to need a lot of help, for sure, as far as points go, if they want to match up some of the other groups, just from early eyeballing it right now. But as far as our main event for this night 11 show, Darkside Defiance, Legend, it's a good call. Obviously the Legend team is just stacked with talent. Darkside Hayabusa hopefully is back to 100%, but he's got a ways to go probably. But this is a good kind of test for him. Sliger's going to beat him in 22 minutes. Oh, he's the agent. Of course, Hayabusa's going to struggle, as he always does. So that's a massive 3 points for Legend. Brad Armstrong and Seacoast, hell of a matchup here. Brad's going to beat the former Junior Heavyweight Champion. That is a massive victory. Last time Brad Armstrong beat him was October of 97. So a long time coming. First time he beats him in SuperMAX 64. Of Jerry Lynn and Kilman. Gets the Fantastics, as Jerry Lynn's going to beat Tommy Rogers. So that's a huge 2 points for Linsanity. That's their only 2 points so far. That's their only points ever. So that is big to see. Sean Waltman and Bobby Fulton, which Bobby will beat Sean Waltman. That's me, 8 minutes. That's the Steal the Show matchup. Then Damian Vampiro against Taka Michinoku and Yoshihiro Tajiri, as Vampiro will beat Tajiri in the end. So it's kind of funny, Michinoku driver versus nail in the coffin. Just kind of works out that way as far as Vampiro and Taka, but should be a good match though. And it's 2 points for Los Pravano as well. That's going to be the co-main. Yeah, I think another loop around, Chubu and whatnot. At least we'll run Chubu, and then we'll probably run the Hokuto Prefectural Sports Center for night 12, and then probably night 13 we'll run the Hiroshima Sun Plaza. Then for the last lap, we'll probably run the Osaka Joe Hall Arena, and then for the final show, obviously, we'll run somewhere in Kanto. So that's just kind of what I'm thinking as far as the scheduling goes. So here we go. Alright, so a 94, a hell of a match, as Brad Armstrong beats Psychosis with the side Russian leg sweep. He outperformed him, but just a hell of a match and a hell of a way to kick off the show. It's pretty great stuff. Pretty great stuff. 68 for the next matchup. My gosh, Sean Waldman the 39. Brutal. But Brad Armstrong with Bobby Fulton was a fantastic flip. I'm looking at the little part where it says that Brad won the Group C singles side of the Grand Prix. But yeah, Bobby Fulton with a 75, doubled Sean Waltman's rating. Good for Bobby Fulton and for the Fantastics. Jackie and Tommy Rogers, they outperformed Jerry Lynn and Kilman. Ooh, there's not enough overness here. Had a feeling that might happen, but I rolled the dice with it. Probably shouldn't have, but yeah, Jackie and Tommy, they outperformed them. Probably should have got 2 points here, but giving it to Insanity. And 80 for our co-main event as Damien Vampiro beating Taka Michinoku and Yoshihiro Tajiri. Tough break here as far as Vampiro straining his bicep, but he still performed well. Taka with a 76, Damien with an 81, so those two kind of in the same range, and then obviously Tajiri way down there with a 59, but yeah, Tajiri eliminated first, then Taka. So this one, I probably wouldn't have done a clean sweep. Probably would have had Taka beat Damien, and then coming down to, Taka and Damien, or Taka rather, and Vampiro to end it out on. Yeah, sucks about the strained bicep, and then 80 for our main event as well. Boy, oh boy, as another bad show, as Darkside Hayabusa, he is back to 100%, gets an 81 here. Sabu and Taru, 58s and 52s. 93 and 91 for both Sasuke and Liger, just sucks at Samurai with an 83. If he was just a little bit better, we would have been perfect. And we definitely would have had Samurai get eliminated instead of Sasuke here, but it's a tough break. Tough break. At least we didn't, lose any popularity, but I know that, the network is not going to like that. But what a match, though, for Brad Armstrong and Psychosis, as that was pretty fantastic. Yeah, we give Hayabusa a hug, man. I mean, that's hard to come back from. Hard to come back from. A fucking broken neck, and you're still performing at a pretty high level. Kinda crazy. So yeah, on to night 12 we go. Alrighty, night 12. So we'll take a look at the standings after we set up all of the matches here for this night. Again, I'm just shocked that Nippon TV or DirecTV have not dropped us after a pretty so-so Grand Prix so far. As Octagon gave a locker room the lift that they probably need after having some pretty bad shows, as he provided a crate of free drinks for everyone. So, as far as our main event, it will probably, it'll definitely be this. El Samurai and Jushin Liger versus Tsuyoshi Kikuchi and Koji Kanemoto. 25-minute matchup. Kanemoto getting the win. So what a huge victory for Kikuchi and Kanemoto to beat a team like El Samurai and Jushin Liger. The first time they beat them since 1998, and the first time they beat them in SuperMAX 64. I think that's a great main event, though, for sure. Then we'll have Darkside Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki, former partners Of course, the last time these two faced off, didn't even walk out of the ring. I was about to say somebody walked away with a broken neck, but no, they were stretchered out of here with a broken neck, and it's going to be a draw. Now, what's interesting is obviously normally in a round robin setting, this would be at least a point. But because a pinfall victory is, or submission victory in a singles contest is 1 point, we have to have the draw be no points. So now it's a wash for both Darkside Hayabusa's, Darkside Defiance, and Jinsei Shinzaki's Pure Temple of Shigoku. So, as far as that is a tough break for them, but I think this is a lot more than just the Grand Prix. This is not about points here between those two men. It's gotten very personal. Very, very personal. As Scorpio and Marufuji will be the Steal the Show matchup, which Scorpio's going to win in 12, but it's really no surprise as far as that regard. And then Hakuda Hidaka and Minoru Fujita versus Darkside Defiance, as Towder and Sabu will beat Hidaka and Fujita, so at least they get a win over a Pure Temple of Shigoku team as far as at some point during this night. So that's 2 points for them. And Kaientai and Insanity, which will be the Technical Masterclass matchup. Yeah, I forgot to put that as the Technical Master. There we go. But yeah, Terry Boy, Tajiri, Taka, Michinoku losing to Linsanity. So that's a massive 3 points for them. As far as I think, Super Crazy is probably the one. Yeah, he's not really great technically out of the Linsanity group. And I mean, Terry Boy's not terrible. Minseo obviously, as far as the 60 technical wise. And yeah, Tajiri's solid. And obviously Taka's pretty solid technically as well. So, actually, Tajiri's actually the best guy technically out of that group. So we'll see how that plays out, though, but that's going to kick off the show. So, the standings here. So, again, Group A, 3 count, no points. Very, very tough. Rodok Revolution with 12. They're still in the lead. Holy Demon Army with 8, and then Lords of the Deep with 7. So, as far as Holy Demon Army and the Lords of the Deep are, they're trying. They're trying their damnedest to catch up to them. So, I got to actually put that, there we go, as far as I had to move that over. So, I have to move this over as well. I'm not sure why. The setting on this is a little bit fucked up, but that's alright. But, yeah, Rodok Revolution, 12 points, they're leading Group A. Group B, led by TTS, with their 12 points. As far as 3 points for Otani, clean sweep in the singles contest. Otani, Funaki, and Tanaka have their 1 victory so far on the trio side. And, so far, it's been, almost everyone has won a trio matchup, so that's been very interesting to see out of Group B. But really, it's going to be tough for Cosmic Dragon Kings to catch up to them. Just, I don't know if there's enough time left. I don't know if there's enough matches left to catch up to them, but it'd be close. It would be very, very close. They'd have to win. They'd basically have to win out, and I just don't think it's going to be possible. As for Group C, as far as Los Pavano in the lead with 8 points. Vampiro, Damien, and Psychosis. I don't think they've wrestled yet as far as in a trio setting. We just saw, of course, Linsanity beat Kaientai, so that's why their 3 points are there. As far as 5 points for them, but yeah, they're still ways away. Right now, Group C would not have somebody going on to the final match due to not having enough points, but there's still some time left. That can change. Obviously, and then Group D, as far as Legend, running away with it with 14 points, doubling the team that's in second in Darkside Defiance. Super Generation Army with 6, and then the Pure Temple of Shigoku. Tough break so far for him, starting off with 2 points. Only points being from Jinsei Shinzaki. Not a great start. Not a great start for the Pure Temple of Shigoku, but they still got, a long ways to go. And then plus, they're still a new team, so they're still trying to figure out everything. And they were in a pretty tough group. Legend, of course, a former winner, and Super Generation Army are very tough. And obviously, Darkside Defiance, it's a lot. So it's personal between those two groups, more so than anything. But yeah, that's where we're at. So basically, still, since the last time we saw the standings after Group A, still the top 3 teams from each group are Radical Revolution, TTS, and Legend. So that would be the final match if it was to end right now. But there's still 2 more days left, so we'll see how it ends out. And yeah, we'll run the show here as far as we just gotta pick our venue, which again, we will be running as far as yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we're running Okato. There we go. Alrighty. So night 12, it's a 59 for the opener. It's Tajiri and Taka, 60 and 63. They were the better team, Kai, so it wasn't upset. As far as Jerry Lynn picking up the victory, though, it probably would have came down to the last guy. Probably would have came down to Jerry Lynn getting the cradle pile driver victory over Taka Michinoku. But yeah, I mean, Waltman exhausted by the end. Super crazy, not really set for like a technical masterclass setting. And yeah, just all around, not the greatest of performances as far as some trios matchups so far we've seen in this tournament. But we had to have an opener, and I figured that was kind of the best case scenario for that match to be at. And then 62 for the next matchup, only a 2-point difference here between Hidaka and Fujita against Taru and Sabu. As this would not have been a clean sweep. We would have saw Hidaka first, maybe even Taru first, then Hidaka. Let's see if Sabu can come back from a 2-man deficit. And actually, it'd probably be smarter to have Hidaka go out first, then Taru. Have a little comeback from Fujita. But yeah, I mean, we'll take the 62, to be honest, with that type of talent that we have. Like, these guys are on the lower end of the card. We'll take that at 65 for Scorpio and Marufuji. And it's Tuco Scorpio with the Scorpio Splash at 1146. 1 point for Legend. And 82 for the draw. Double DQ. Darkside Hayabusa, Jinsei Shinzaki. It's not about points between those two. It is, they are out for bloodshed. They are out for Darkside Hayabusa revenge for breaking his neck, and for Jinsei Shinzaki revenge for getting kicked out and having his back turned on his by his partner. So that's where that is at. Sword 85 for our main event. In the main event, Koji Kanemoto, Tsuyoshi beating El Samurai and Jushin Liger. Just a couple of point difference. Actually, yeah, they were the better team, but it was by a point. So that's tough. That is very, very tough for Legend. But the right team gets the win. And a massive victory for Koji Kanemoto and Tsuyoshi Kikuchi. And a decent little show. It's still going to get flacked by some of the networks, but at least the show progressively got better throughout the night. At least we have that going for us. And now we're just on to final 2 shows of the Grand Prix. And before we get to the finals, as yeah, we'll definitely put over again probably just everybody that was in that main event. So yeah, Kanemoto, Kikuchi, and Samurai. That's probably for the best as far as that matchup. As on to night 13, we go. Alrighty, night 13 as a major matchup of the Cosmic Dragon Kings and TTS. As that could really seal one of those teams' fates as far as for Group B. And Cosmic Dragon Kings will lose to TTS. So this pretty much puts the nail in the coffin as far as for Cosmic Dragon Kings. They will not be going on to the finals with that one, because that's going to be 3 points for TTS. So we'll go ahead and just do that now, as they're going to jump up to 15 with that win. Massive victory for TTS, looking to be the first back-to-back winners, potentially, there in the Holy Demon Army versus the Radical Revolution. This is another trios match, as the Radical Revolution will beat the Holy Demon Army, so that's going to be another 3 points for them as well, and that's going to pretty much seal their fate, as that will be another 15 points for another group. As Los Pravano, I mean, if they can potentially catch up to Legend, it's going to be now or never, and they still got a ways to go, of course. Nuki Sano and Brian Pillman. This is actually the last singles match of the tournament, and Nuki Sano will get the win, so that's going to be 1 point for them, so at least they get a point, but it's, I mean, just a tough 4 points for Shudo. Jeez, I couldn't see the keyboard. There we go. 4 points there for Nuki Sano and Brian Pillman. Hopefully that's a pretty good opening contest. Then Los Pravano and the Fantastics, another trios match, and 3 points for Los Pravano. So they're going to jump up from 8 to 11 with that one. And now at least they're only 3 points behind Legend. So there is definitely some room. Oh my god. Yes, yeah, we gotta have to rotate a lot of stuff here. There we go. So yeah, that they were at 3. Jesus, there we go. Alright, so yeah, there's 11 points for Los Pavano with that victory, with Psychosis picking up the win, and then Pure Temple of Shigoku in the Super Generation Army, as Koji Kanemoto will be beating Jinsei Shinzaki, so they're going to have 9 points here for the Super Generation Army. Let's go ahead and try and make this as seamless as possible, but it's going to be tough. There we go. So there we go. So there's 3 points there. Jinsei Shinzaki a little unhappy about it, but I think that he should probably understand that that's kind of the best case scenario, to be honest, as far as having Super Generation Army get the victory. So as far as you still have one more place left before we run Kansai, so we'll run Hiroshima Sun Plaza for night 13, and let's run it. It's an 87 for the opener. Nuki Sano and Brian Pillman, they do have good chemistry, so it's a good match. And Scoop Brainbuster for the victory there for Nuki Sano. Shinjiro Otani, the clean sweep of the singles matches, I believe won all 3 matches. And that is great to see from Otani. Nuki Sano, though, with a tremendous performance of the 94. So great stuff there. 77 for the Grand Prix match between Fantastics and the Fantastics and Los Pavano, rather. So Bobby Fulton up there with, outperformed Damien. He's close to Vampiro and Psychosis. Those are 2 former junior heavyweight champions. I mean, shout out Bobby Fulton. What more can you say? Shocking that still in the year 2002 he is doing as well as he is. So, almost a clean sweep from the Los Pavano as well, but Damien does take a loss. I think exactly how that went is how I would have done it. So that's great to see. Yeah, 12 minutes though. We got in and got out of there in a hurry. An 82 for the Pure Temple of Shigoku and the Super Generation Army. So Shiga's still rusty. He's the worst guy in the match because of that. Him and Marufuji, kind of the young guys in that one, and as far as they still got a lot of room to work with. But yeah, Kanemoto and Kikuchi, tremendous stuff. 88s from both those guys. Minoru Vegeta's almost in the 60s though, so that's great to see for him. Yeah, not a bad performance. 86 for the next trios match is the Blue Demon Army losing to the Radical Revolution. And what a performance from the Radical Revolution, though. All 3 men in the 90s, and they are a tough, tough team to beat, for sure. When they put out that trio, it's a tough, tough trio to beat. It's a 92 for our main event, though. Cosmic Dragon Kings losing to TTS, and what a performance. Very, very close, though. I mean, if Golden King was just a little bit better, they probably would have helped him out a lot. Actually, if Dragon Kid was a little bit better, that would have helped him out a lot more. So, but tremendous matchup, though. Astro was the best guy in the match, but they were the better trio for sure in TTS. It came down to the end, as far as I like that. I like it coming down to one-on-one. Astro being down, 3-1 and making it even. That's a hell of a comeback. Just falls short in the end, and yeah, that's actually a great show. Very, very pleased with that. Good shit. Good shit there. Yeah, I mean, as far as who to put over, I feel like we got to give some love to Bobby Fulton. Like, we got to, for how well he's performed as of late. He's been great. Yeah, Nuki Sano was tremendous in this matchup, and I guess Super Astro for the main event. Just final show. We're almost there. We just have one more lap left. The final lap left, and we'll be all squared away for the 2002 Grand Prix. Will it in fact be an incredible main event of a finals with TTS, Legend, and the Radical Revolution, or will Los Pavano potentially upset a team that's positioned right now in that final 3 spot here? We will see shortly. Alrighty, the last lap is here, and we will see who the 3 teams will be in our finals. So our major main event is probably going to be Lords of Thief and Radical Revolution's a great match. But there's also a hell of a grudge match between Darkside Defiance and the Pure Temple of Shigoku. It's tough. It is tough. Can-Am Super Junior Crew and TTS. It's another good match. Which we see Rob Van Dam get the win for the Can-Am Super Junior Crew. That's a massive 3 points. Maybe potential costing 3 points for the Can-Am Super Junior Crew getting that win. And they might have cost TTS a chance in the finals. We'll see. Radical Revolution, Lawrence the Deep. Tactical Masterclass matchup, which we'll see Eddie and Lord Akira Kotakumi get the win. So that is a tremendous 3 points for Radical Revolution. So again, we gotta take out Pacificus, put in 91 in that match. There we go. There's poor broken ribs. Holy Demon Army, 3 count. As this is the Steel Show matchup, and the 3 points for Holy Demon Army. Poor 3 count. Poor 3 count. Did not have a great outing in this one. And Cosmic Dragon Kings and Shudo, which this could have potentially been a Tactical Masterclass matchup as well. But Super Astro getting the win, so that's 3 points for the Cosmic Dragon Kings. I think we'll have that be the right at the before the co-main. This is obviously the co-main. And Jinsei Shinzaki getting the win for the Pure Temple of Shigoku, beating Darkside Hayabusa. So I cannot wait to see how that plays out. And our final matchup, just saved it for last because this is huge. So Lobes Bravano beat Takamichinoku and Kai and Tai. Now, the reason why this is huge is because with that win, they jump up to 6 points for the trio, and then 14 points overall, which is tied for Legend. Now, per the rules here, when it's a tie like this, going into the finals, what you see, Radical Revolution, I believe this might be the first time a team's ever had a clean sweep as well. Having 18 points, that's the most points you can have. That's, everybody wins every single matchup. So that is a huge accomplishment for the Radical Revolution. If they can tap that off with a victory as well in the final match, talk about a perfect Grand Prix. They don't get more perfect than that. So TTS, they have 15. Radical Revolution have 18 rather. Excuse me. So those two teams are in the finals. Comes down to Pravano and Legend being tied now. With them being tied, it now comes down to who has the most points in each category. So in the singles contest, Seacoast had 2 points. Scorpio had 1 point. Obviously, advantage Los Pravano. Tag teams, Vampiro and Damien, clean sweep, had 6 points. El Samurai and Liger, 4 points. So, advantage, Vampiro and Damien, and then Vampiro, Damien, and Seacoast, they had 6 points, but Sasuke, Samurai, and Liger had 9 points. So, even though they had 9 points here in the trios, overall, Seacoast had more points, Vampiro and Damien had more points, so they will get the lead, they get the tiebreaker, advantage, and they will go on to the finals. So we'll see Group A, Group B, and Group C represented in the finals. Tough break for Legend. Having a trio go undefeated, which only 2 trios in the entire Grand Prix did, and it wasn't enough. Thanks to 2 Cold Scorpio. Tough break there. Very, very tough. But, as far as former winners, missing out. But now, we'll see who will be the 2002 winners, as far as will it be Radical Revolution, will it be TTS going back-to-back, or will it be Los Pravano? As far as that is the big question going into our final show. But yeah, that is as far as we'll add that now. So Los Pravano, Kai and Tai, smack that down right there. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I think we are good to go. For run Osaka Joe Hall. Won't be a sellout, but it'd be pretty close. As we actually have, we gotta change one of the refs. So, Nishinaga is roughing too much. I'll give that to Black Cat then. That fix it. Yeah. Sure did. Got a lot of people being used too much. So, for the final show, of course, we'll see the finals. We'll see the Junior Heavyweight title matchup with Ultimo Dragon and Rey Mysterio Jr. We're also going to see, actually, the last Grand Prix match. So basically, which I accidentally, in TEW, as far as accidentally put the point system wrong. It should be 3 points, so it should be 3, 3, and 6, but accidentally put it as 2. So basically, there's one match left, and it's between. So I want to say it's is it Kai and Tai? Hey, we can just take a look real quick. Yeah, it's it's Insanity and the Fantastics. That's the last match. That's the last match left. So that's of course as far as going away back to Group C. So yeah, that is placed there. So yeah, we'll be seeing that on the final show to end out the tournament officially. So those are the 3 matches we have at least lined up for now. We'll see how that will change by the time we get there. Obviously, we'll have to have another 3 matches, but we'll probably have a Jinsei Shinzaki, either a tag or a trio or even an 8-man against the Dark Side Defiance team. Probably won't be an 8-man now, I'm thinking about it, because obviously Shima's gone, so we'll see. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, our opening contest, is the Radical Revolution completing a very, very tall task and going perfect in the Grand Prix, winning every single match. And they get a massive, massive victory. What a performance for them. Tremendous stuff. Tremendous stuff in the Radical Revolution, getting the win over the Lords of the Deep. Then the next matchup is a 76. Yeah, you see Group A is now done. As 76 for the Holy Demon Army 3-count international matchup. Ricky Fuji, almost the best guy in the match. Fuji outperformed him, but yeah, obviously Alex Wright kind of bringing the match down for 3-count. And, because Magnum Tokyo and Kanemaru at least did the same, damn near, and Ricky Fuji was a couple points, well actually a lot of points, 9 points behind Fuji, but then Alex Wright and Ogawa, it's 20-point difference. So, tough break for them. Yeah, 3-count not looking too hot in that Grand Prix, but an 81 for Los Bravano and Kai and Tai was a huge victory. If they would have lost this, Los Bravano would not have made it to the finals. So just a huge performance for them, and they'll be going on the finals because of it. And we'll see if they will walk away with the Grand Prix for Los Bravano. That'd be huge. That would definitely be huge for them. What a win there. As our next matchup, an 83 for the Cosmic Dragon Kings versus Shudo. Dragon Kid eliminated first, then Tiger Mask 4, then Kyoshi Demora, then Golden Kings, and then Nuki Sano. So it came down to Nuki Sano and Super Astro. Astro picks up the victory, and great match. As far as Golden King outperformed Demora, Dragon Kid outperformed Tiger Mask 4, and Nuki Sano outperformed Golden King. So just kind of a perfect little match. And Super Astro outperformed Nuki Sano. Good stuff. Good stuff there in our next matchup. As far as a 74, very, very tough to see that, as Tauru, Sabu, and Hayabusa probably should have got the win here, but we gave it to Shinzaki and Fujita. And I think we'll probably do Tauru, Sabu, and Hayabusa against Hidaka, Fujita, and Jinsei Shinzaki. I think that makes a little bit more sense to do. It'll be a regular trios match, maybe a no DQ trios match, something like that. And so I think that's what we'll do for that matchup. Yeah, that was Group D. And our main event, an 81. Tough break to have this be an 81. It's Brian Pillman, Lance Storm, and Rob Van Dam getting the win over TTS with a massive upset. And what a tough break for TTS to lose going into the final show. You want to have a lot of momentum going into that final show, and luckily they're still in the final match, but not a great showing to lose out going into it. But yeah, what a performance of the Can-Am Super Junior crew as far as getting that victory. Obviously an upset. And an upset to end out the tournament is never a bad call. It's always exciting, but the show itself at 83, it's a bit of a mixed bag. This probably shouldn't have been so high, looking back, but it's just, the Dark Side Defiance. Yeah, basically, Hayabusa and Shinzaki, that rivalry is why, again, we wanted to be a little bit higher on the card. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I stand by it. But yeah, as far as, obviously, we're going to give just a big, big hug to the team that didn't lose at all. in 14 nights of action. That is crazy. What a victory for the Radical Revolution to do that. Now, let's see if they can complete that task as far as winning this Grand Prix in the year 2002. Or will it be Los Permano, or will it be back-to-back winners, TTS? We will find out next. Alrighty, from from TEW to Fire Pro, rather, as we are here for our main, or not even main event, our co-main event for the Unified Junior Heavyweight title. Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Ultimo Dragon. We probably should have updated this Rey Mysterio Jr. to like a 2002 era Rey Mysterio, but that's okay. We'll stick with this one. Mainly because we never used this one. But him and Ultimo Dragon battling it out. Very much a WCW Cruiserweight title matchup. Feel to this one as the challenger, of course, coming out first. Rey Jr., he's got a tough task. And a tall task ahead of him. Ultimo Dragon's going to be very, very tough to beat. Black Cat will be our referee for this one. As gosh, I mean, he's won the All Japan Junior Heavyweight title. He's been a 3-time SuperMAX 64 Junior Heavyweight champion. He's won the Best Super Juniors. And he's also won the J Crown. Ultimo Dragon. The man has done damn near everything that you can, as far as from a junior heavyweight perspective goes. He's already had one successful defense. But all of his reigns have, besides his first ever junior heavyweight title reign in All Japan, all the, 4 others have all ended after one defense. Can that change here tonight? We shall see. It's already just going back and forth. Off the ropes they go. Ducks the lariat and get a hip toss from Rey Jr. Rey Jr. That lariat in the corner. Now Dragon's in control. Shoulder thrust. So it's very much not a traditional junior heavyweight style of this one. Seen some heavy hitting maneuvers already. There's a Hurricane Rana. As he sends Dragon off the ropes, leapfrog. Probably a bad idea to run off the ropes like that. He gets caught with, as far as getting ran into for his trebles. Now Dragon gets caught with a snap suplex. An arm drag for Rey Mysterio Jr. We haven't seen this edit of Rey Mysterio, as far as in the Fire Pro world. We'll see how he does. This will be a great debut for him to win in his first matchup and become the new junior heavyweight champion. Oh, here we go. That little bulldog out of the body scissors, as far as a little using his size, even though it's a major disadvantage, using at least his athletic ability to pull off some big moves like that. Now we got a fireman scary takeover going to the top rope, and they'll look for the frog splash. Nobody home though. Off the ropes, and they run into each other again. There's a leg kick there from Rey Jr. That soul butt rolls him over. I thought maybe a potential move to the top there. Oh, backslide. Gonna be in the ropes though. Rey Jr.'s wasting no time. He's getting after it early and often. Into Guri there. Basement dropkick. Jesus, he is going after Ultimo Dragon at all pieces of the body. From the legs to the body. And a snap bear from Dragon. He's trying to get back in control of this one. Look at a combination there. Well, maybe a Dragon Bomb already. All countered with a Rana. Hook the legs, and it's a 2 count. That was all Dragon Bomb. But that's in the ropes. Now, standing aside DDT could be it. Jesus, that was almost it. 4 minutes, that would have been shocking. Oh my god, Dragon is wasting no time. Another Dragon Bomb. If it's another aside DDT, this is probably it. Bubba Ray going to the top. Frog Splash, this time he hits it. And it's a 2 count. And Dragon Screw Leg Whip. And a back elbow from Ray Jr. Spinning Rana. Beautiful stuff there. Hooked the legs, and oh, that one's almost hit. Almost had a new champion just like that. Oh god, if he hits this Dragon Bomb, it's gotta be it. Center of the ring. Oh my god, what a kick out from Ray Jr. Jesus Christ. Back elbow now. Ray's trying to get back in control of it, but oh, roll up. Center of the ring. That's a 2 count. 5 minutes went by. I mean, Ultimate Dragon has tried everything he can to put away Rey Mysterio Jr., but that just is a much easier task said than done. But and now we have both been hitting a big maneuver standing, but couldn't get all of it. The Ultimate Dragon. And now is arm drag, frog splash again, and oh, 2.9, and there's the Asai DDT, and this was probably going to be it. No, a 2 count. Not even 2.9. What a kick out from Ray Jr. Oh, on the double down. We'll see who's the first man back up to his feet. Oh, both been back up at the same time, off the ropes. Back elbow again. Oh, Dragon thought he was maybe firing up for a Dragon Bomb, but he's just going to run off the middle rope there. Now, Ray signaling for something. Oh, no. Thought better of it once Dragon got back up to his feet, and I thought maybe a potential Dragon Ronda. Oh, what a body press off the ropes. Somehow kicks out this Ultimo Dragon. Double down again. And both been back up again. Oh, Brainbuster potentially. And Dragon drags him out of the ropes here. We'll see what he's got. What a jumping soul butt there. Very impressive. We're almost 10 minutes in somehow. I mean, at first I thought this match was going to be over under 5 minutes, and now they are just getting after it. Well, lands on his feet as Ray sends him off the ropes. Deep arm drag again. He's maybe going to go for another frog splash. He was in perfect position for it. Dragon screw leg whip. Ray back to his feet. Rana. Oh, he's going to the top. Oh, and there's a frog splash again. Is this going to be it? Yes, it is! We have a new champ! Rey Mysterio Jr., how about that? What a victory. We're just going to clock 20 onto it, so it's a 27-minute matchup. What a win. My God. Rey Mysterio Jr., the new Junior Heavyweight Champion, just like that. Unreal. So now, we'll go back to TEW for the card, as we're just going to run it right down. Because why not, right? This is going to be exciting to see who's going to win the main event, the Grand Prix and whatnot. So yeah, we're going over to TEW as our opening contest. We see the World Class Tag Team, a team that missed out on being in the Grand Prix. They've been in the past 2 years, but the World Class AOs didn't make it this time around, as Ghetto wins with a complete shot over Super Tiger. But after the match, Kyoshi Nomura may be showing off some frustration here. Yeah, as far as he's up, he's standing in the corner, just shaking his head like, God damn it. He felt like they should have won, and as he looks to help Super Tiger up, he sends him right back down with a lariat, and he attacks him, starts kicking away, does the quad kicks, body kicks, and out comes Tiger Mask 4 to try to make the save, and he, at least, as far as, tries to slow him down, but Tamura with a head kick onto Tiger Mask 4, and, drops him down with that. But yeah, Tamura seems to have left Shudo with this exclamation point of a attack with him and Super Tiger. Tough break. Tough break for Shudo. Lose out on somebody like Kyoshi Nomura. I forgot to pick a venue, so we were running Yokohama Arena, but it probably would have been Nippon Budokan anyways. But yeah, Linsanity and the Fantastics. What should have been actually the final Grand Prix matchup. Actually realized I forgot to add a Grand Prix matchup between Los Pravano and somebody else. I forget who it was, but yeah, Los Pravano should have won anyway, so they would have been the best team outright, so it wouldn't even matter with the draw with Legend. So that would have been a tough break for the Legend team. But yeah, as far as Jackie eliminated first, then Tommy Rogers, then Jerry Lynn, then Sean Waltman, then finally Bobby Fulton. So to see Super Crazy as the final man over Bobby Fulton is pretty crazy. But yeah, tough break there. 71 for that matchup. As the next contest, we see the trios match with Darkside Defiance and the Pure Temple of Shigoku as Darkside Hayabusa with a Falcon Arrow. I'd like to say a kind of like a middle rope Falcon Arrow through a table. It's a no DQ matchup. Figured that'd be a fun finish. Darkside Hayabusa puts away Shinzaki in the trios match. They were the better trio. Or Darkside Defiance was a lot closer, with it being Hidaka and Fujita instead of Shiga in there. But yeah, still Hidaka was really off his game too, so it could have been even better. Got the crowd buzzing too. That's nice. It's an 81 for the matchup before we go into the junior heavyweight title matchup as the Golden Cosmic Kings rather, in Super Astro and Golden King, beating Blue Demon Jr. and Dr. Wagner Jr. as the Astro Scissors from Super Astro, picking up the victory as Dr. Wagner Jr. and Super Astro did the exact same, so Golden King just did better than Blue Demon Jr. and they get the win because of it. Tough break on the broken ribs though from Golden King. Yeah, just you hate to see these injuries like that. And now our co-main event, which was a 95 and our new junior heavyweight champion, and Rey Mysterio Jr. What a win. Beats Ultimo Dragon and Fire Pro, and he gets the win here in TEW. I'm very shocked Ultimo Dragon was not complaining about losing to Rey Mysterio Jr., but he does it. And what a win. What a win for sure. And now for our main event to see who is the Grand Prix winner. And it is Radical Revolution. So they do, in fact, make it to the end. So we have some crazy bumps to talk about. So we see basically some of the stunt bumps. Vampiro does a nail in the coffin off the stage through some tables onto Shinichi Funaki. So that's why they both get stunt bumps. But it looks like it's tables. But what it really is, it's a crash pad. No one just sees it because of the angle we shoot it at. But yeah, they just kind of, basically fall off into the abyss of the side of the stage. But yeah, that's a fun little bump there. Then we're going to see Psychosis jump from a ladder to the ropes, then to the floor with a guillotine leg drop, which will be through a table. So that's why that's his stunt bump. Then the crazy bump is Eddie on the outside. Climbs a ladder, a pretty tall one, like a 10, 12, maybe even 15-foot ladder. Frog splash off the top through Vampiro and through Shinichi Funaki. So after they, nail in the coffin later on in the matchup, they recover, and they end up getting, put through tables as far as, for Eddie taking the crazy bump. And Eddie's the one who retrieves the money as far as he wins the money for the Radical Revolution. But not only that, what a victory, though. Crazy that's only an 81. I mean, I thought it was going to be a lot better, especially with who was involved. Everybody I thought did really, really well, but Damien. And even so, we had, 590s? 590s, 287s, and we only got an 81 out of it. We kind of got fucked. But yeah, I'm surprised nobody got hurt. That's kind of the big thing. I'm just glad nobody got hurt. Just kind of curious to see what happened. Yeah, it doesn't even say any negatives. So that's... Oh, there it is. There's penalties. Oh, it's limited for having so many competitors. That shit's so dumb. Alrighty. But yeah, as far as the post-show press conference, the winner celebrating, as far as, Eddie's talking about what he wants to spend the money on, and it's mamacitas. It's not anything huge, and him and Chavo are gonna go out and celebrate, maybe get some new cars, so maybe as far as they're not looking to spend the money wisely as far as Eddie and Chavo, whereas and Dean and Chris are trying to put some sense into him. But I mean, Eddie put his fucking body on the line, so I feel like he should be the one to be able to spend the money however he wants to. But yeah, I mean, the completing the perfection run with the Grand Prix win, great job for them, and they're already the junior heavyweight tag team champions as well as Wild Pegasus and Dean Malenko. So that is a great win for them as well from that perspective. And I think what we're going to do, so we were already going to have, come the Super Heartstopper show, we were going to already have Samurai and Liger, of course, the winners of the tag league, take on Dean and Chris. But now we're going to also have Eddie take on Rey Mysterio Jr. for the junior heavyweight title. Just feels like that's a perfect match to do. They won the Grand Prix. Feels like that's a great call, right? You get to at least have one request, and that is their title request, since they're the junior heavyweight tag team champions. So that is a great get for the Radical Revolution. We'll see how the Eddie and Ray match will do. We'll see how Eddie and Dean and Chris will do against Samurai and Liger for the junior heavyweight tag team titles. I think we're gonna have. I don't know if that should be the main. It probably should be with how good that match is going to be compared to the junior heavyweight title matchup. It's just going to be weird to see the junior title not even main event twice this year, so that's going to be weird. But I think that's probably for the best as far as in that regard. And yeah, I mean, as far as for the Super Heartstopper show, I think we're going to have a hell of a card lined up just with those two matches alone. Definitely want to give a hug to Rey Mysterio Jr. I mean, talk about a career-making night. Of course, Dragon's the man for putting him over like that. And I'm just glad nobody got hurt, because we put a lot of guys through some crazy shit in that match. A lot of crazy bumps. Nobody got hurt. It was a fucking blessing. That is for sure. As the first show, or I think that's the first tour of the year 2002 is in the books, and now we go on to the Super Heartstopper show, and hopefully we can have a great show, because I have a feeling they're going to be a little unhappy about how that show went, as far as from a production standpoint, like, from Nippon TV and DirecTV standpoints. Hopefully they don't drop us, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.